Hey, Witch.
Do
Hey,
the
Witch.
same thing every time. Do something different, please.
No, because at least I do something, unlike Cryptid, who doesn't give an intro every week.
Hey, Witch.
No intro is better than screaming.
Just to let you know, man, I'm going back on Laura Candy X23.
She's Wolverine now.
I'm going back. I'm going back after seeing that panel this past week of like them comparing her calling herself Wolverine to like Bucky calling himself the Revolutionary. He's like, "Don't call me Winter Soldier. I'm the Revolutionary." Oh, screw that! No way! No way!
She just made her own name. Her calling herself Wolverine while Wolverine's active is just fucking dumb. I don't care what no one says.
Mm-hmm.
It's not empowerment to have two people call themselves Wolverine. It's
Okay,
confusing.
go talk to the Hawkeyes about this. Don't blame me.
I do. I complain about them too. This isn't anything new. I'm thinking about this for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm looking at Logurt fan art. Leave me alone.
Gotcha.
Pervert.
And yeah, for
I bet none of it.
Pervert,
I bet none of it's tasteful. Where the fuck
It's very tasteful. Do you want me to send it to you? It's very tasteful.
I don't believe it. Send it to Jake. He will read it first and then let me know.
Okay, cool. I'll send the picture.
Once again, I want to remind the audience: don't forget to sign my book, The Art of the Goon. There will be signings at the next con convention. I'll be signing in person.
I'm gonna send it to Jake in the DMs. So Jake, you better see this, or else I'm fighting you.
So yeah, Langsy,
very
Kelly,
tasteful fan art. It's a very adorable fan art. Plus, like, how if I don't in the freaking mic, how are we gonna get people's attention? Just letting you know that.
Yep.
Anyway, I sent Jake. I sent it. Go look at it.
Bro, they're
Very
about
tasteful.
to fuck. What are you talking about? They're on the table. About to fuck. What is tasteful about this?
Oh my
it's
god!
Cute. It is very adorable. Here, I'm sending it to Austin too because fuck you guys.
Nah, if I go watch it, go kick me out of call.
You could look at it later, but it's really cute.
Yeah, Austin, look at it.
And Kurt has half his clothes off on the table. Everyone's hovering over him. Call him Bub and stuff. We'll have a conversation.
Kurt
is Austin.
That's almost exactly
freaking simp. He is a whore, and that's fine.
Question, Wedge. Is that the sort of picture you will want to put on your phone during work?
Yeah, I've done it before. I put Yaoi fan art on my phone.
Okay.
I have no regrets in my life.
It's tasteful because it's Yaoi, everybody.
It's tasteful because it's Yaoi. Yaoi and Yuri are tasteful in my eyes.
I'm out.
Gotcha.
See, and one of those we can agree on. Anyway, let's start.
All right. So, okay, I guess I should get us started. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here with me, Crypto415. Y'all know the drill. I'm too cool for intros on the weekend, on Mondays.
And you are here with me, Jake Tylenol, the tutorial, and I'm here to guide you to a better podcast.
It's Ace Comics Breaking Walls, the split fiction, and that's it.
Okay.
That's your reference.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and yes, I do like looking at homoerotic vampires on my days off. So
hold on, wait, tastefully.
So Wolverine and Kurt are both vampires in this picture I'm about to look at.
There's no vampires in the one I sent you, but I did just repost one on my timeline on my Twitter account.
Okay. Pervert.
Annie. And together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And on our special Monday nights, instead of gooning, we talk about media news. And we have a couple of topics today. We will be talking about the all new, all different, all redhead Venom. Okay. We'll also be talking about some other topics here. We got Marvel Iron Fist. What was it? Iron Fist Marvel Cosmic
No. Out there. Iron Fist. Finn Jones wants to come back as Iron Fist. The guy who was so bad they took the mantle from Danny Rand in the comics.
Chameleon wants to look like an AI image in Spiderman.
No. He looks like the creature from Splice. If you know, you know.
Yeah, he does.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Tomadachi Life returns.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about. Speaking of Spider-Man, as we were earlier, we'll be talking about the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man finale because it is so important to the Marvel Universe. I'm sure it will be inconsequential somewhere down the line. Lastly, we also will be stopping by. we'll be stopping by the Gala region so we can wrap up our Pokemon
Oh
Horizon
my
Season
God,
2
bro.
review. Turns out it's shorter than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a couple weeks before I came back. I was actually done with it. So there you go. But yeah,
Pittsburgh
all right.
character
All
lost,
of
y'all. Pittsburgh character is a loser.
that. That said, which social me up.
Okay, first of all, subscribe to us if you want to see us goon every week. You can also follow us on
Tastefully.
our yes. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Comic Fanatic 69. We do not goon on the Twitter, by the way. I'm sorry to inform you, we don't do it on there. But sometimes you get to see cool art, so stay tuned for more cool art in the future.
I mean, I can start gooning there if you want me to, man. Just let me know.
It really matters.
I think like me and Cryptid are the only people who have access to the Twitter account. So
I have access. I just don't post on it.
You have access to the Twitter account?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
One time when you were gone, I had to do the stuff. I looked a long time ago.
At least someone does something with the socials. Anyways, besides the point. If you don't want to follow the whole squad and you want to follow me because you like my shit and my nasally ass voice, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch at witch_of_Jotunheim. I am trying to stream more on Twitch, but I make no promises. You can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Northstar Aria, and then you can also follow me on Red Note /Xiao Hong Shu at Witch of Jotun with a U this time. If you want to find Austin, he is somewhere. I don't remember where.
I'm following Witch's TikTok, who's been talking a lot about Castlevania apparently.
Oh yeah, I had a whole thing. Go watch my recent Castlevania videos, please, because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. Anyways, if you want to find Cryptid, he's in the same spot as always. He doesn't like to leave his spot. And hey Jake, where are you at?
We are live in the Gala region where
You're not in the Gala region.
Where am I?
Not the Gala region. You're not dealing with British people.
I'm dealing with British people all the time. What are you talking about?
Not these British people.
No, yeah, wait, yeah.
It's not the Gala region.
Not in the Gala region. What the fuck?
Where's the monolith? Where's the
Gala
monolith?
region?
Where's the monolith?
The Gala region is Sword and Shield.
Yes.
Oh, what's Scarlet and Violet? Is that Paldea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am in Paldea. I should mention that
I want to know if you knew that last week and he said Paldea. That's the only reason I know that word. I promise you do it last
I want you guys to also be aware that I failed second grade geometry. So
yeah, we know.
That explains that. Anyway, I'm here live in the Paldea region where frauds were born and will rise to the top out of fraudulent behavior. Outside of that, pretty good. That's been pretty good.
Cool. And now, are you guys ready for us to goon? No.
Tastefully over Chameleon. Yes,
Cryptid, let me ask you a question. Did you have to answer a call at work about somebody getting an injured finger?
No, did you call someone about it?
Yeah, I ever had to call someone. Well, my dad had an incident like that with a coworker.
Did you have that? Did you hear anything about that earlier today?
Oh, today? No. Why?
All right. That's all I want to know.
Gotcha. Anyway, I guess with that, we should probably we should probably start with the topics tonight. So, alrighty then.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Doomsday.
Go.
Oh my god.
Avengers Doomsday cast officially revealed. And before I know what I was going to talk, I think this
way too fucking long. That's all I gotta say. That live stream was way too fucking long. It could have just been 5 minutes and we would have been good.
As much as people are hating and crying that their favorite person wasn't announced, I actually like how story-focused this cast is. So you can split this cast into 3 different teams, all trying to stop the invasions of the incursions of their world with only Doom.
My question is, where the fuck is Jean Grey? Where the fuck is Storm?
Well, keep this in mind. Like this is the cast that's been revealed so far. I'm sure they're going to be saving a lot of surprise appearances for the movie. You know, because let's not forget.
But I don't know. It just feels like it's just going to get way too overcrowded. This already feels way too overcrowded as.
Hold on.
Well, I mean,
it's only
by design.
People than the Infinity War announcement right now.
Yeah.
It's only because it's the Russo brothers.
If you really think about it,
it's only because it's the Russo brothers. I have faith. Because I didn't think they could pull off Infinity War, but they did it. They didn't just pull off Infinity War. Every character had something to do that was important to the plot. So, if anyone's gonna
except for Drax, fuck you, Drax.
Except for Drax,
and even those who didn't get enough screen time in Infinity War, they made it up for in Endgame. Like, I saw
Except for
I
Drax.
saw,
Fuck you, Drax.
well, I mean, Batista screwed himself over with the stuff he said,
I
so
blame
it's
Liam.
understandable. Yeah, but
But,
yeah, in terms of yeah, because like I want to go back to what Witch was saying about like other characters not being revealed yet. Keep in mind, we already know Monica definitely has to be in here, given where the end
yeah,
credits
he
of
should
the
be with the
Marvel was.
X-Men.
Yep. Deadpool definitely has to be here because
Yeah,
of
if
the
Gambit's
whole
here.
Thor. Yeah, yeah. There, of course, that scene we saw of him and Thor in Deadpool 3. So
Stop
yeah,
bringing that
audience,
shit up, bro.
hey, it's gonna
That
pay
was
off,
clearly a
man.
recut of Thor 2. That does not have to happen in the future.
Well, man, they will be
They're
fools
probably
not to
gonna
bring
go
in
somewhere and
Deadpool.
then see that. That's Thor.
They will be. They are not going to do to that scene what Sony did, what Disney and Sony did to that Venom scene at the end, where like he left a little drop of venom in that bar.
No, that was
So
a rework. This was a joke that people are taking too far.
gotcha. But now I want to see that pay off. If there's like kind of one criticism I kind of have to say though,
Why are the
this
Thunderbolts here?
oh, that's actually something I want to say that is actually kind of pretty funny. I find it so hilarious that pretty much everybody from the Thunderbolts cast, even the villain, is going to be in here except one person. Like,
I
She's
was
on
thinking it was kind
sabbatical.
of funny. Everyone knew that person was not going to survive. It has one scene in every trailer.
yeah, for like the 5 people that were left that had any sign of hope, like saying like, "Oh, let's give Taskmaster a chance." I'm pretty sure they're going to. They're saving her scenes for the movie. No, she's
they're
dead.
gonna kill her off. So after they reboot or whatever the fuck they do, we get our proper
Yeah.
Taskmaster eventually.
Yeah, Tony Masters audience. Come on, we gotta get him back.
The
We need to
man
see.
who's almost the Merc with the mouth.
Yeah, the guy. We need to see his antics going on with Deadpool. Come on, audience. A proper. That's why we need a proper Taskmaster here. So
I'm more confused of what the Thunderbolts even do here. Like I said, with the X-Men elite, like they're trying to stop the incursion from their world. Fantastic Four trying to stop it from theirs. And you have the Avengers and New Avengers all come together to figure out what's going on here. What is Thunderbolts doing?
Austin, in my head, I'm thinking that they're just going to be in here to be kind of like sacrificial lamb, or we're going to be seeing them getting their ass kicked to up the stakes, basically.
By what? Doom people, I guess. That he beating everybody now.
You have to have something to show how metal the bad guy is.
Yeah, but beat up Thunderbolts ain't gonna do anything.
I know. I mean,
nobody in the world be like, damn, bro, the Thunderbolts are right next to the Avengers. No one hold them that high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also another thing, oh god, I'm trying not to watch the Thunderbolts movie because of a certain character is gonna be in it. So now they're putting that character in this movie. So I'm like, oh god, dang it.
But hey,
well,
we're getting Alan Cummings back as Nightcrawler, which I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like if they're gonna do the prosthetics again or what. But I'm happy that he's back. We didn't get to see it.
The
original Mystique is back.
Yeah. Well, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Okay, I have one hope for Mystique, and you want to hear my thoughts on it?
And you want her being her dad, a mom or dad, where the fuck
you want?
Can you let me speak? Can you let me speak?
You asked us to, in a way that made us want to guess.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, foremost, give her iconic outfit or some flavor of her iconic outfit. Because I know they're not going to do much with her. At least they could do that. If they decide to give her bob, like they were going to do that originally, but they decided to scrap that, that would be nice too. That's my first main thing. If they delve more into Mystique's character, then we will get into the nitty-gritty of it. Jesus Christ, you could have just let me speak.
You don't ask us there if you don't want us to say anything in return.
Yeah.
No, you didn't let me speak first. You didn't let me
You actually
say
said, do you want to know? First. And we took a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was the wrong guess.
That's fine.
Could have let me finish. Anyways.
Did not ask.
Anyway, so thoughts on Wolverine not being in here, because I'm kind of glad he's not in here.
If Gambit's here, he's most likely going to be here.
Probably. Yeah. I kind of hope we get to see Laura, though, more than Logan, but that's just a personal preference.
Oh well. Going back to your first point, which about like Mystique getting a comic accurate suit. I mean, I think that's one thing we can all count on because like you notice what they're
Yeah, she's
doing
not
the
gonna be
X
butt
Men,
ass
right?
naked anymore.
Yeah, you notice what they. I mean, they gave Wolverine his iconic yellow and blue suit. Gambit's costume. He looks exactly like he just came out of the '90s cartoon show. Man, that I don't know how much more accurate you could have gotten there. Let's see who else. Deadpool. I mean, come on, dude. He's literally just
Yeah, but you're
came out
kind
of
of
the
gonna be
comic.
from the Deadpool movie. I don't really think that's fair because Ryan Reynolds plays for that.
Well, okay. Well, they saw the fan reaction to that, so I'm pretty sure they're just going to say, okay, let's just give
Speaking
them
of
their
that,
iconic suits. Oh,
do
Xavier.
you think that affected Deadpool's being in this movie? The whole Ryan Reynolds situation?
Uh, I don't think so because as long as Ryan is making the money, at least, I mean, most of the conflict is just between his wife and that Justin Bolvani guy. So I don't think that's bled entirely onto Deadpool's side of things,
It
So,
did. The moment he used the movie to mock the guy.
oh boy, he
But
made a
if
$1 billion
Nightfall didn't
movie.
exist, I would agree with you. But Nightfall exists is a big part
Yeah,
of the movie.
I will admit I watched Deadpool 3 recently again, and I'm like, oh shit, a lot of the scenes that could tie back to Justin Bolbani were pretty much in the opening scene of Nice Pool. Like, oh boy, but he made $1 billion movie for them, so I would think that's all Disney cares about, So,
The
okay.
only other cast member I would really question is like Namor. I guess
Dude,
Shuri will
I
kind
was
of being
like, oh my
involved.
god, we're finally
But at
getting
one
back.
point, go ahead. Which
No, I'm just excited that we're finally gonna get more Namor.
Mhm.
I was just thinking, like,
Oh,
at one point they go like, "Hey, Namor, come here. The worlds are colliding." Like, fuck off, bro. You murdered my mom. I don't care. Let a man just not know what happened until it happens.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. I'm not the number one expert on Namor, but I know this enough. Like, he will only defend Earth if he knows his kingdom is under attack. That's his
yeah.
only like thing. So I could
Yeah.
see, like, if he realizes his world is under attack, he might pull up.
To be fair, no, I agree, but I guess it depends on how they do the incursions here. Because if it's
Yeah.
like the one from Doctor Strange, then there's nothing else you can do to fight it. It's not like the comic book version where they had all the Infinity Stone where they're just destroying other worlds and stuff to prolong anything. And that would Namor the first person did. So that really takes away his major role in the event.
The only person who could unify everyone realistically at this point would be Doctor Strange. He did that in Avengers where he was like, listen, there's a threat.
No,
I know
the
about it.
person who needs to unite everyone is me.
Yes, but in the story-wise, Doctor Strange is the one who, when it came to like the biggest threats, Doctor Strange was like, all right, listen, there's a threat coming. I need to get the best people.
Wouldn't it be Loki this time, though?
No,
if Loki can leave that chair. If he can leave that chair to do it.
Yeah, he can leave the chair. The thing is, if the timelines are colliding and stuff, I'm like, he can just like use his mag to let them know, hey, yo, something's going on. Do something.
Off, besties.
He has to at that point,
This nigga can stop time and stuff. He can stop time, leave the chair.
I don't know. I mean, he sat in the chair for a reason. I'm just saying, like he could have left. If he could leave.
No, that was fair. To hold all of them together. So I think he let something go and then affect, like, use his other hand to affect something.
So you're gonna die anyway. You go there.
But to be fair, they're already gonna do it anyway.
If only, hey Jake, if only Loki had the ability to duplicate himself, right, Jake?
Oh yeah, you can't do that too.
No, I'm saying the reason why it's questionable to me that it would be him is because the point of that was that he had to sacrifice something he really wanted, which was to be with his friends to do the job. So unless if it's like a very brief thing, sure. I just don't know if that's like the route they could go with.
I'm not saying like he has to go there. I'm saying like use your.
I have a theory when it comes to Loki. I don't know exactly how we would get to this, but I think like some of these heroes would probably go to Loki himself, not Loki coming to them. But that's just a theory, a game theory. I'm just kidding.
I don't think Loki's going to physically see anybody except for Doom when he takes his power.
He has to see Thor, man. Come on,
No, he doesn't. Not in this movie.
No, it's about Loki.
I don't think Loki has to die. I'm saying Doom's going to take his power. The Beyonder and the Mountain Man doesn't exist. So Loki's power would be the closest thing you can get to do that.
Damn.
I think the Russo brothers are going to kill off one Avenger minimum. for this movie because they
Place
did.
your bets.
Let's see. Well,
Realistically, I think Thor and Loki will get one more scene together. If Thor dies, it's going to be that dumb scene with Deadpool. But I doubt it because they want to do Hercules, or at least they set it up.
Hercules.
you know what? I'm gonna go with M'Baku here. Like I think he ran his course, to be honest. So
I gotta see King M'Baku, bro. I gotta see him in his.
Yeah, you will for a brief moment, and then he's gonna die. Because we know they want to do the kid on the throne. In Wakanda 3.
Yep.
You could just have that kid versus M'Baku. I don't know.
You know, we're not gonna watch M'Baku beat up a child, bro. Okay, that's not gonna happen,
bro. It's the coming of age story. He has to beat a man to be a man, bro. Like,
bro, his father barely beat that man. I don't want to hear that.
Let's see. They could kill off Ghost and Red Guardian, to be honest. Like,
I don't want Ghost to die. If we do that Thunderbolt, I want Ghost to be around. I think Red Guardian should die.
I have a theory that it's going to be one of the original X-Men cast.
I think all of them will die.
They've been here for so long, like they've been around for so long. You know, I could see.
I think
all of them will die. I think they're not going to.
I'm only basing this off of Infinity War and Endgame's way of doing it. These do whatever they want. But I'm thinking like when they did those character deaths, it was like shit that was like, Quill and Gamora together, and we killed her in that movie. Damn. You know what I mean? Like it was just like a damn. You know what I mean? Black Widow and Hawkeye. I mean, to be fair, like it really.
Tony, shut up.
I gotta give some spotlight to our dad. Sorry, I forgot to see you, Tony. So the Russos are like Shaq on the Celtics till he's 90, of course. Thor gotta go. Yeah, he died. He died to a lot of people a long time ago. So
I blame Taika Waititi. He was good in Ragnarok, but not in Love and Thunder.
I don't care. Those Ragnarok is the worst movie Thor's ever been in.
That's universal at this point. Everybody agrees Love and Thunder did damage to the IP of Thor.
Two people here literally don't agree.
Like I get that you wanted to go to more of the fantastical side of Thor, but it just did not work in his favor.
When I think of the characters who the Russo brothers chose to die, they had to have like Black Widow, of course, she died. It should. Somewhat part of me thinks Black Widow died just mainly because Hawkeye couldn't. To be fair, just like we need to do more with him.
By the way, audience, Black Widow. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson already made a comment. Yeah, she's not coming back. Like she's done. She feels like her character already had a heroic death. There's nothing more for her to do. So
I'm saying when it comes, I guess what I'm saying when it comes to character deaths, they target characters with relationships that you would genuinely care about. So I think that's kind of the ballpark you would have to go for it if you want to.
That's all X-Men are gonna die. Yeah. They're gonna be a first time seeing the original X-Men cast all together since Days of Future Past ending.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think the X-Men are going to fail to survive their incursions. I think they're going to fail. Myth Fantastic is going to also make the lifeboat for the comics. And I think the Avengers are going to, some of them are going to fail, but they will survive because Doom, by the time they almost die, Doom is going to bring everything to the battle world.
Oh, yeah. At the very least,
depending on how Thunderbolts...
Go ahead.
Depending on how Thunderbolts goes, I could see it being John Walker, to be honest.
But you don't love John Walker. You can't make a whole speech about how all that stuff.
It's not because I hate him. It's not because I hate it. Because when I think about where he starts, when I think about where John Walker starts, he is the Captain America that failed. But when I think about if he dies saving the universe, that could be like a place for his character. You know what I mean? Like if he dies doing the big
but he wouldn't be dying saving the universe though. Doom would have saved it.
No, I'm saying if he died giving people a chance. If he died giving people a chance to save the universe, that might be enough. But I'm not saying
I wouldn't watch Game of Thrones to make a reference, but you don't watch enough stuff.
That entails like the writers want to do a good service for John Walker's character.
They have so far. So until Thunderbolts comes out and proves otherwise, I don't.
Don't think I didn't see that trailer where he falls down on his backside. Yeah.
Like everyone else got their ass whooped. Did you miss that part?
No.
Did you miss the part where everybody else got their ass whooped? Is that
Is
that what we're missing here?
Humiliated.
Red Guardian got launched from a building. Yes.
He's a comedic character. He's the jester of the group.
That's not a joke. Being launched from a building is not a joke.
You
proves
won
our
lost.
point.
You.
Mhm. I'll see. You know what I'm envisioning was going to happen to John Walker in this movie? You're going to have Magneto. You're going to have Magneto throw his shield across the continent. I'm already seeing that happening. Like,
Sure. My point is that, like, as far
If
as
he's
like
dumb
people
enough to go up
who,
to this old ass man with powers and start talking shit, probably.
mhm.
You're gonna
as
have more
far
faith
as
in John
people,
Walker.
as far as people who have been paying attention to John Walker's arc since the first time he showed up, I could see. I'm not saying it will happen. By the way, I'm just speculating. I'm saying I could see him redeeming himself finally by making the play that could save the day for now, even if it's like a temporary victory. I could see that.
I think the major question is what the fuck is Sentry going to do?
Yeah, what
Because
He's
if
gonna
the
be the
movie,
jobber.
if Thunderbolt
Well-
is about them going into the void and making him stop, like you can't get rid of the void. That's his only thing. That's literally his only thing. That's his only thing. People to the moment where he fused together in comics. The next time you saw him, he was just unfused for no reason.
Well, also, this is where you have like the sacrificial lamb scene because like he's going place basically
Cryptic.
he's going.
What do they do? What do they do to the Dole scene?
Powerful, man.
Oh no! You have
no.
Dr.
If they do
that.
that with the Sentry's body to try to stop destroy the other planet or something, I'll take that. That would be kind of cool for Thunderbolt. That'd be a cool side plot for
We don't
Thunderbolt.
even know what's going to happen in Thunderbolts, so we can't like pass any judgment at the moment. I'm gonna
all judgment that most of them live.
And then make judgment on how I think the character's gonna go. But for right now, I can't make any calls.
No, I need Sentry to get ripped in half or die, and they do the mission where he got to charge his other half of his body.
Sentry's gonna get redeemed because that's the point of the movie,
try to blow it up.
and then he's gonna get jobbed because Sentry's gonna get redeemed because that's the point of Thunderbolts as redemption, and then it's gonna be like he's gonna fight.
Well,
the
be
big
fair,
bad,
if he doesn't have the void power, he's just gonna be a fake Superman. So that's not impossible to beat at that point.
If you want a fake Superman, Hyperion's right there.
Well, it's not in the MCU.
No, we're not gonna do. No, but you do him, then people want the whole Squadron Supreme. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
Fuck the Squadron Supreme. I have beef with the Squadron.
Man,
I like Power Princess.
Man, I just can't. I just never thought that comic I read of Sentry ripping Carnage in half would be so iconic to his character.
I can honestly see them being like, okay, another Earth is about to come into us. We're going to throw Sentry at that motherfucker and blow it up. Because I learned what the mission was. That would be so funny. I'll say that side mission.
Yeah, you do need to up the stakes with a bad guy. After all, they did it in Infinity War with Thanos going fist to fist against Hulk and beating the crap out of him. So you're going to have a scene like that with Doctor Doom going up beating the crap out of the Sentry, pretty much. You know?
There is a sad thing about this, y'all though. Y'all might not. Y'all know who James Marsden is.
Yes, I do.
Y'all saw him in the Sonic movie. Cyclops, yeah. You saw him in a Sonic movie and stuff. If he does this movie, and Rocket Raccoon is not this movie, it'll be his first movie in a long time where there's no furry animal with him.
Ooh.
And we're not counting Beast. That's not fair. Beast is still a man.
He could go.
But this is the guy who did what this shit was called Hop, where he had to escort that bunny rabbit. There's Sonic, and there's one more animal we did.
I have a quick question for you guys. Going back to Alan Cummings, do you think that they're gonna do the scarification again, or if they're gonna do like the flocked look for Kurt?
Because I think they're doing the scars.
Like flocked. He's like velvet skin.
They're doing the scars. I think the scars are kind of for this guy version of Kurt.
I'm still
Alan Cummings is like 60 years old, so
yeah. Oh well, he's not. He's still
to be fair, it's going to be CGI. Most likely be like practical mental CGI now. He's not going to be there for like a long time, like what original was to put on.
It's not going to be like Beast from the Marvel. Well, it's kind of going to be like Beast from the Marvels. Actually,
I mean, I can see why they did CGI for Beast in that movie. Honestly, it makes sense.
Yeah. Audience, you can't expect these actors to spend like 5 hours getting all that makeup on, you know.
Too many people for that now.
Yeah, you know. I'm already imagining Magneto. He's gonna be first. He's gonna be one of the first to die because, as much as I like Ian McKellen's portrayal of Magneto, dude's pushing 85 right now. Audience, so I'm like, oh.
I think all of them going to die together. Wait, so how do you think the incursion is going to go? Because that's what I think we all seem to have different ideas. Do you think Doom's going to be invading each world at one time? Or do you
I think it's
or
going
do you think it's going to be like
think,
the planet thing where you look up, the planet's crashing to our planet. We got to figure out how to stop this.
I'm
It's
honestly
too
thinking
vague.
Doctor Strange has to take a central stage in the beginning because he's the one who's dealing with the incursions right now. So I think he's going to be the one to witness it.
I think he's going to side with Doom. I think he's going to side with Doom. I think he's going to see sense in Doctor Doom's plan to save the day.
Yeah.
But Doctor Doom is known to make the hard decisions and choose one path if need be.
Yep.
I think he will understand.
Yeah, to follow what happened in the comics, because Doctor Strange was Doom's right hand man during Secret Wars. So, yeah,
I think he's going to meet Doom, understand Doom's plan, and be like, as long as my people make it, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna have a rematch with Tom Holland and Doctor Strange.
Dude, we
you're gonna have to agree on this shit again. Oh well,
Jake, we have to have that moment of Doom telling Peter Parker, "I hate you 3000."
No, we don't. What the fuck?
That was told the daughter.
No, it's not. You trying to do something you actively know will make people hate this film.
You want a heel turn?
No, I think it's gonna be so. Spider-Man's the main.
It's not a heel turn. It isn't Tony Stark. He shouldn't be saying shit like that.
Okay.
If this is the main character, Spider-Man's really the main character. Like, well, we reported. This is just he's just not. They're just not doing that anymore.
Well, from when he was the main character, it seemed like that's changed. At least from my understanding.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it'd be weird to do like real distance the cast and still be like, well, Spider-Man's the person who's going to lead him through it all.
Let's see. Where's
apparently, because from my understanding, the reason it wasn't announced is because of the Chameleon thing we're going to talk about later. Apparently, his movie is happening at the same time, and it ends with going to this.
Oh, I see. Then I'll reserve judgment on that. I do have like a theory. I think I really do think there's going to be like this Doctor Strange with. I'm kind of curious where Doctor Strange's mindset would be because he was the one to make those sacrificial plays, but then he just ran into that experience with Peter where Peter basically was like, no, we can save everybody, you know what I mean? And he did prove that. So like, I don't know.
Well, to be fair, Doom's plan would have saved everybody in the comics too. The problem is Doom's own ego made him reform everything into his own God Kingdom world thing.
Nice.
Doom could have saved everybody.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll have to see.
So I think he's going to hear Doom's plan, agree to Doom's plan. Doom's just going to be like, well, fuck you. I want to be God.
Right. And then when Strange goes to the Avengers mansion, he's like, I fucked up, guys. Boo. They throw shit at him.
He tells up again, like, congrats on the wedding. Who are you talking to? Anyway, wrong party.
Question, guys. Who's the official Avengers? Who's an official Avenger here?
Thor, Shang-Chi, technically, Ant-Man, technically,
Sam Wilson,
Bucky, Sam. That's it.
Yeah.
It is funny. Ross said go start the Avengers, but the Avengers still had like a small roster. They were still doing a thing.
The problem is they're still too spread out. Yeah. And because of how the movie stuff has been reshuffled, like no one's actually together.
Mm-hmm.
Which all the Avengers is a team that formed on a day unlike any other. So
yeah, but that was because everyone's on the planet.
Right.
I can call Carol and be like, something's about to crash on Earth, and it took her like an hour to get there, and we're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta hold out for an hour. It's like Goku time.
You just hold back the planet, bro. Just press the planet.
Goku, help us. Okay, I'll be there in like 5 episodes. Just hold off. Oh, damn, they're all dead.
I don't know why it takes you that long just to get to a planet, but whatever.
But
to be fair, like space travel is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked enough about this overlong topic. But
there was a lot to talk about it. So let me just read Tony's comment. Where's Mio and Zoe at on this list?
Just ignore him from now on.
Okay.
Just ignore him, isn't it? Love you, Tony.
All right. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic then, unless you guys have any final thoughts.
No.
Okay.
All right. It's weird that Dr. Strange and Clea didn't get announced. I just think that's odd.
I know. I thought she was gonna be here, but anyways.
Clea got-
Like Jake said, he's the main person investigating. Those were the main people investigating the incursions.
Clea
Not
was
counting
announced.
wherever Earth that was in, wherever bullshit Earth the other one that came from, who already knew about the incursions too.
But Clea was already announced. She was on the
Oh.
list. Yeah.
I ain't seen that photo.
Yeah, she's gonna be on here, so yeah.
This
But
is a terrible
all right.
photo. I don't know why they keep using this poster, bro. This poster's terrible. Not you, but them. They just always post this around. This is a terrible poster.
Okay. Well, announce this next topic, Austin. Then.
Finn Jones wants to return as Iron Fist. And me and Chris talked about this. I said, hell no. And it's not because this guy's bad. When he was in that episode with Luke Cage, in season 2 of Luke Cage, that was probably the best he was. And that was the most Danny Rand he's ever been. That was Danny Rand throughout the comics. The problem is, both seasons of his show and Defenders have fucked over his lore so much that if we had to come back and bring that in, there's literally nothing you do with his character. Kung Lung was destroyed. Every enemy they had was right about this nigga. He basically got cheated to become the Iron Fist. And in the moment they gave him, he just left.
Audience,
I remember when I think it was like season 4 of Iron Fist.
That was
season 4?
That was hilarious.
Which?
That was.
Oh man, there was a season 4.
Nah, it was season 2. Yeah, I think what you spoke.
Yeah, the season 2, and he showed Iron Fist. People kept Defenders as another season for all of them for some reason, but at best most of them 3.
No, but yeah,
if he comes back, we gotta scrap a lot of his shit he already did, and I don't want him to come back at his own show. Hell no. If he comes back, do Luke Cage empowerment. I mean, Iron Fist empowerment. That's it.
Yeah, that will be cool. But no matter what, let's be honest. No matter what roads they travel with Danny Rand, they're all going to lead up to like the new Iron Fist being brought up.
To be fair,
yeah.
Well, so I had to debate this guy. So there's a YouTube video you can find right now called "Iron Fist's Racist Problem," and they're saying this dude's a culture vulture and all the other stuff. So I was like, if you say that for this one specifically, you're basically saying that nobody of any other thing could have or use anything from any other culture. He was adopted into that culture. And that guy's kind of responsible, like, well, if a white man became Black Panther, I was like, a white man did become Black Panther. His name's Hunter. And he was Black Panther for a while. And people weren't
Remember
mad.
when the show got, like, season 4 got announced at San Diego Comic-Con and then they immediately canceled it not long after?
He never even had a season 3. I didn't know.
I thought he had a season 4.
No, he
has it's 2 seasons, and then he has Defenders.
Yeah, no, he had season 1, then his appearance in the Defenders, and then he had the season 2, and that was it.
Yeah,
they left it on a cliffhanger of what season 3 was going to be about.
They had Orin. They showed Orin. I was so excited. I was so mad because season 2 was not great, but it was better than season 1. So I was willing to come back one more time.
Gotcha.
Orin is the Iron Fist to use guns. That guy's heat, bro.
I thought they recycled him, really. Didn't they?
What?
I thought they recycled him because, like, at the end of Iron Fist season 2, they had Danny Rand using the guns.
No. At the end of season 2, Danny Rand had he blowed both his hands.
Yeah.
But right before that, you saw Orin in a scene. So I didn't recycle him. I thought he just met him and he trained him like in the comics for a little bit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But but like his lore is terrible. You can't use any of it if you really want to rebuild Iron Fist character. Oh no, what I'm saying was, so that guy was saying it was racist, and I was like, I understand from that point of view you'll say that, but Daddy and the writers who wrote Daddy only been respectful to that culture that inspired this situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Iron Fist, until he got his power taken away, would never really disrespect as a person. And he never actively disrespected anything when it came to Asian culture.
Because remember, like, the Iron Fist title, at least in the comics, right? It's not like they'll just give it to anybody. You have to work your ass off.
Apparently you can now.
Well, Okay. Well, they had to change a lot of rules to accommodate Lin Lai to be
I
the next
read.
Iron
Okay,
Fist.
so I got this one comic. It was like a White Fox comic used at a
Yeah.
bookstore, and it actually was the start of Lin Lai becoming the
Okay.
next Iron Fist, and I
I
thought it was
recall
very
that.
interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had that issue.
It's a
no,
great.
wait.
I was like, when
I,
was there a Korean freaking like Sorcerer Supreme? Like, I want more on that.
no, yeah, that's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Give me it, Alyssa Wong.
But Lin Lai become Iron Fist itself isn't inherently a problem. The problem was it disregards everything Danny Rand's books have been leading to. He already had two successors.
Mm-hmm.
He had Pei, who's in his book right before this, who was supposed to be the next Iron Fist. And then it also messed up Swordmaster's story.
Yes.
Everything about his story had nothing to do with Kung Lung, nothing to do with this more Dragon Ball other stuff. And then because people were crying about Finn Jones and a white man being Iron Fist and Asian stuff, they took Danny's powers away and gave it to him, and it made Danny a clown for like 3 years and then killed them all.
I still have not gotten over his scene in a gang war when he was in Luke Cage's book. How pathetic Danny looked, how stupid Danny looked, how like, dude, you're a hazard to anybody you're with at that point. That was the bottom of the barrel for Danny.
My biggest problem with the whole thing, Cryptid, was that because none of these people read Iron Fist.
Exactly.
None of people read the Seven Heavens Tournament and that stuff. So they're just like, finally, an Asian Iron Fist. Motherfucker, there's like 25 Asians. No, you're right, Witch. You're right.
You expect these people to read comics?
I hope they would. If it's going to affect comics, I hope they would. Because all of them are now crying, oh my God, thankfully there's an Asian Iron Fist now. Motherfucker, every Iron Fist but him is Asian. That's the whole point.
Yes,
we have Iron Fist is a title, and we see multiple people with the title other than him. This is the first time.
Did they all not know that the first ever Iron Fist was an Asian woman? After all, come on. No.
The most famous Iron Fist other than him is a woman. There's a pirate lady.
Exactly. You know. So.
And then they also set up his friend who was blind, who became like the trainer of the Iron Fist, to be another female Iron Fist. So it's like we already, all those check boxes you were so ready to check, we already checked them. Like that, even if you didn't want, if you was just so much about an Asian dude, we already had Pei lining up.
Yeah,
who's an Asian female, who everyone and who reads Iron Fist was ready to give the title to. But you gave it to someone who doesn't care about this lore, didn't know anything about this lore until you randomly gave it to him, and none do Iron Fist. And then when he met him, he disrespected him.
I still want to know how many of those people who are complaining about the Danny Rand situation actually ended up buying the Lin Lai book. You know?
Well, you see, he don't still have a book, so they didn't.
Yeah, the fact that Lin Lai doesn't have a book, as Austin points out, it just shows how much people actually ended up buying that book. You know? So.
But Ben Jones said, if y'all didn't like him as Iron Fist, just give him a fucking chance. Like, because apparently, people don't know. He was the only fighter in the MCU Netflix stuff that didn't have time to actually train. That was all his fight scenes were dumbed down. Despite him supposed to be an equal martial artist to Daredevil.
Yeah, it was also a little bit of a conflict for Iron Fist situation because remember, all the other characters like Daredevil in specific, right? He wears a mask, so it's easy to swap out a stunt double, right? But for Danny Rand's case, he doesn't wear a mask. So a lot of
it was funny. Danny has a mask. The show just didn't want to use it.
I know.
The only time he put on that mask was what? Season 2, where we thought he cheated to get the Iron Fist power?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I'm pretty sure they used a stunt double in that scene. But as far as Finn Jones, man, he had to pull off a lot of his scenes himself, which, didn't pan out really good choreography wise. You know?
Yeah, but apparently he's been training. He wants to come back. But like I said, so all I'm saying is, if they let him come back, sure. But we have to scrap all the lore for the first 2 shows. Yeah, we cannot talk about that stuff. I don't want to hear anything about Defenders. Because all that shit is fucked up, the Kung stuff.
Yeah, let's do the opposite of what they did with Daredevil Born Again and just say this is a fresh start for Danny Rand, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And for the people But people know Shang-Chi. This was what I was pitched for Shang-Chi 2 before they were like, probably gonna do like Fing Fang Boom or something because of the 10 rings. But I want them to do that 7 Heavens tournament and then have the 10 rings represent one of the 7 heavens, like the 7 legendary cities.
Man.
Dude, I also think they should have invited Wakanda to this, because Wakanda is a legendary city, and because of 10,000 BC, we know they know about each other. It feels weird. I'm the only people legendary city in time that wasn't invited. but I was like, that's how you introduce Iron Fist into the MCU, and you also show the actual level of Shang-Chi against people who aren't just his dad, who's supposed to be better.
Yeah. Dude, that would have been such a hype moment to see Shang-Chi going up against Danny Rand, like two combatants of different sides of the world, but like, of equal prowess. But they're not gonna want to have Danny Rand do anything to, overshadow Shang-Chi for obvious reasons.
To be fair, yeah, Shang-Chi is supposed to be the better martial artist. The thing about Iron Fist, he's not the best martial artist. He has a master whose name is the master of all martial arts. And Shang-Chi is better than that, man.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, Iron Fist just needs to punch you one good time. And that's usually what it is.
Exactly. So, yeah. Finn Jones, well, we can always hope for the best, I guess. But prepare for the worst.
But please, God, if he comes back, change that glowing effect. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, make the glow around his hand, like kind of like what the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
What the comics do. When he has too much chi in his body, Jake, you start seeing his skeleton. I'd rather you do that. A glowing fist, you see his skeleton inside.
I recall that was one complaint when his show was coming out, because people started noticing, literally every single time you're about to use your Iron Fist, you take like about 10 seconds to be staring at your glowing hand.
He stares at it, holds his hand up, starts clenching, like, bro, you're not gonna hit me with
that. I know, right?
That's literally why he lost to Daredevil.
Yeah. And how Elektra was able to one-up him.
The only person he hit with that the whole show was Luke Cage, because Luke Cage thought it would have hurt him. That's the only reason he hit him.
But let's be honest. That was like one of the best scenes of that season.
Yeah, yeah. Defenders is not a good show, but it has good moments for every character. I'll give it that.
Yeah. So,
but we talked about the anime.
Tony saying Heroes for Hire on Disney Plus. Yeah, that sounds so simple, but like they just never made it work.
The thing with Heroes for Hire too, you can bring in all the other people like Echo and all the other people if you rework them. Yeah, if you're committed to actually making them work, you could do that. Like all this stuff can fit in this under this tag.
And
it'll be fine.
Heck, people like Missy Knight, people like Collie Wing, and those two had good chemistry together, so you could have easily made a Daughters
of the Dragon, or whatever the fuck they call that shit.
Yeah, so yeah. But again, you need the star seeds alive or something like that, apparently. So, alrighty then. Oh dang, where's Witch? Witch supposed to be responsible for the next topic.
Witch got kicked out. Go to the next one. I'm already helping him.
Okay, so the one after it, okay.
I'm about to say, I know the Marvel Cosmic. We can go hit this up.
The Cosmic
Spider-Man 4. Chameleon said to be the villain. I told Crypto, I thought this was funny because it's really fucked up thinking that you sacrifice everything in your life, and then a nigga still takes your identity. He doesn't even know who you are, but he knows that this Spider-Man guy. I want to be him.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
Bro, we didn't get to talk about
the Craven movie, which
we didn't get to talk about it.
My phone fucking hates me right now, so I'm doing this on my iPad for right now. So I gotta make my stuff quick because I don't know how much charge my iPad has.
Oh, okay.
Go to the Marvel Conquest thing.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Witch.
I know.
What you sound far away.
Yeah, we can only hear every third word you're saying. Damn, tonight's stream really didn't want Witch to talk about his topics. Wow.
Well, Annihilus is back in Cosmic Invasion. We got some hitter characters here. We got Spider-Man. We got
Witch.
We got Spider-Man,
Okay,
Nova.
shut up, Austin
Oh.
and Jake.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, Austin, shut up. Since you were talking
That
so
wasn't
much.
me.
God
Both of you, shut the fuck up and let me speak.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Guys, my phone hates me right now. My headphones don't want to turn
Which
off.
I'm
Nothing wants me to
which
live.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
talk.
I'm so sorry for
Jake?
Austin. How about you go ahead and
Jake?
talk?
Shut up,
Jake,
Jake. Talk.
Mhm.
Talk.
Jake, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Anyways, unlike these nerds, I actually watched a Nintendo Direct, and we're getting like an old school style Marvel game called Cosmic Invasion. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because we're seeing two characters we don't get to see often, Nova and Quasar / Phyla-Vell, which I'm happy about because I like Phyla-Vell. And maybe this is a sign we'll get more love for the Marvel family. Probably not, but I'm hyped. It's literally like one of those 90s mash 'em up games, and I'm kind of excited for it. I think it comes out later this year. Do not quote me on that.
It does.
Is Quasar here the female one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's two.
Okay.
There was two
Phyla-Vell.
Quasars. There was Wendell, and then there was Phyla-Vell.
You'll know the lover of Drax's daughter, Moondragon.
Well, I'm only familiar with the one from that Nick Spencer created during Secret Empire, the one who became the new Quasar.
Oh yeah, the girl.
died.
April died. Yeah.
April,
This is a different Quasar. She was the fourth Captain Marvel. So it was Marvel, Monica.
They Cryptid, they screwed her over in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. She's that little girl.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
but
so yeah, it's nice.
I actually thought this. I had the TMNT one. Me and Jake was going to do like the Power Ranger one, but we both forgot. But like this is cool and all, but it feels so like it was so randomly like announced
in a Nintendo Direct. Yes, I agree.
So it just felt off. I mean, it's gonna be cool to see these people who don't. Only one of these people know who Annihilus is.
I
just know
who Annihilus is.
He's a Fantastic Four villain, but in a Annihilation Quest, or Annihilation, whatever the event was called, Nova was the main person in that event.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
know. I read
here.
the Annihilation event with Lord Marvel in it. I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
I only read Thanos Imperative and maybe like 2 other books, but I know about it.
No, that's
the words of Riley Freeman.
Magnus was also involved.
And the words of Riley Freeman.
I don't see why everyone else is here.
Recognizes game.
Like I'm not sitting Wolverine to fight Annihilus, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why some of these guys are here either, but whatever.
I get they just wanted X-Men to be here because X-Men hasn't been in a lot of games. Because of the whole deal stuff. Sure. Well, Venom should not be here then. It was like Venom's here because Spider-Man came for some reason. Captain America's just here because they want Captain America to be here. Right?
They just want star power to be on this, or something familiar for the audience.
You should have seen my face when I saw Phyla-Vell and Nova here, specifically Phyla, because we haven't seen this version of Phyla since like I think the 2000s. I don't even remember when she died, but it was nuts.
Austin, it's
nice to see.
It's like Midnight Suns. It's like, we got the Midnight Suns here, and half the Avengers cast.
Midnight Suns, and half
3 Midnight Suns characters, and mostly just Avengers.
So you'll buy the damn game.
But I think Nova's here, like not just because the event stuff, but we keep hearing talks about them trying to do like a Nova special presentation.
I love long-haired Nova.
We will,
but Phyla's the one that's just like, but why did you do that? I doubt the person making the game was like, I need Phyla-Vell here. I feel like someone told him to do that.
Hey, you never know.
Maybe someone was a big Phyla-Vell fan and they wanted to put her in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly to Witch's point. You could have had one of the animators or the designers of the game be like, "Yeah, I like Phyla-Vell's story, so I'm damn sure to put her in."
You know who I would rather see in this game rather than like Wolverine or Spider-Man or Cap? I would rather see like Angela in this game. Like
it should have been
Angela.
Angela.
Wiccan and Hulkling in this game because guess what? They're in space. You can have them do space shit.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would take Storm, Wolverine, Venom, Spider-Man. I'll let you keep Cap just because you want Cap here for some reason. But you would have to do some of the Guardians of the Galaxy at the very least. Because it's literally the stuff that they do.
Hey,
and we have not had one game where Star-Lord and Nova are together. And that's like his best friend.
Hey, also
I
give
think it
some
would have been
Cosmic Ghost Rider
interesting
some love.
to see Peter Quill and Nova back in a duo together, because I think the last time I seen them as a duo was in the Annihilation event where they both died together.
We got them together a little bit in the
Al
2018
Ewing.
one, where he brought him,
Al Ewing.
Al Ewing's Guardians of the Galaxy, where they all got together in costume and stuff, and it was fun. It was the first time in a long time, but yeah, this should have been a fully space team. And in the best, you could have did some of the Avengers who went to space, like Iron Man. You could have did like Thing. Like if this Venom was Agent Venom, who was on the Guardians of the Galaxy, then sure. But that's just regular Venom. What are you gonna do out here? What Eddie Brock doing here?
I could have brought some of the Shi'ar, just saying. You know?
Yeah, bro, I would have loved to play a Gladiator game. I don't think we ever been able to do that.
No, I think
I don't even like this Shi'ar.
No. What the fuck is Cyclops' dad's name? You could have.
The fucking Starjammers.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting to have Starjammers in here.
Corsair.
That would be cool too.
Yeah, Corsair. That's what I don't know why I was thinking Coriander. Why was I thinking
Yeah.
Coriander?
To be fair, I always mix up his name with fucking Jason, which is Peter's dad.
Corsair, that's his name. I think it would have been interesting to have at least one Starjammer in here. The most recognizable it would probably be Corsair. No. If you wanted X-Men, since technically he was a part of it, you could put Warpath in here. He was a
You could have put Kitty Pryde in here. You put Star-Lord in here too.
Could put. I think they might add more characters later. I think, but this is the starting lineup, so
If it's like the other ones, then this usually it is like how it is how it's gonna come out, because they just want you to be like, here go a game, here go $40, there you go, and no DLC, none of that other stuff, just a complete game.
We'll add more characters later.
Because I did play the G.I. Joe one, and the there was one more I can't remember, but I played two of the recent ones they did of this, and they were pretty good quality. But it's like you got to have people to play with.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of low key miss like the beat 'em up games for Marvel, so I'm kind of glad that they're actually going back to something familiar.
That's the only reason I bought the Marvel's Capcom collection, so I can get the Punisher beat 'em up, where you can play as him and Nick Fury.
I love that. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this. I might buy it later. I don't remember when it comes out, but I might buy it later.
Let's see the price. If it's $40, that's not bad. If it's less than 40, that's an instant cop. This is how it is.
Oh yeah, 100%. This doesn't seem like a $60 game.
It better be. You better be charging games for the 80s for $60, bro. That's a fight.
Like, this is not a $60 game.
I do hope we get some cameos though.
Me too.
So like I said, this is Annihilation is a Fantastic Four villain, and if you're making a reference to Annihilation, we're missing like a lot of people. I would love to see these people in the background doing stuff.
Give me a Marvel reference and we're good. Anyways, did you see how much the game costs?
If I delete this page, it's gonna kick my call.
Okay, let me look it up. Cosmic Invasion. Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
But I'm proud of him though. He was a novelist because I think his first time being in anything outside of comics. I know he's in a cartoon.
So, it's releasing this year, obviously. Hold on, I'm trying to look it up. I'm gonna quietly listen to the trailer and let's see if it gets, because I don't think it has like an actual price yet, but I know it's coming out later this year. And it's
we don't have They don't have a full release date. They don't have a price yet.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
But you know something I don't see on Annihilation though that kind of bothers me?
What? His
where's his cosmic control rod, bro?
Ooh, okay.
That's his whole
it doesn't
thing.
have a full-on release date yet, so.
You have to play the game to earn that sight, Austin. You ever think of that?
But anyways, I didn't realize until I moved to my iPad, this picture is really blurry, cryptid.
Oh.
It is, but
hey,
you get to remember what we're doing. You get to, other than Phyla, who you might not have never seen before, outside of the Planet Hulk, I believe she was in.
I don't remember, because keep in mind, she went by like 3 different names. She went by Captain Marvel, then by Martyr and Quasar.
No, before the Guardians of the Galaxy showed up in their own show, they made a cameo out of Earth Mighty's Heroes or in Earth Mighty Heroes, and she was
Yeah,
one of the guardians
it was
with
in
Star
Earth
Lord.
Mighty.
And when Star Lord showed up in Planet Hulk, the animated film, you can see her also in the crowd when he's doing the gladiator fight.
Oh,
I
wow.
think since Annihilus is like the main villain, I think they might make a mention to her father Marvel. I think that would be very interesting to see. I don't know if it's going to be like
Well, to
her
be fair,
actual father or if
Nova's
it's going to
here.
be
I feel
like
like you have to
Lord
bring him up at
Marvel.
some point.
Maybe Lord Marvel. That'll be interesting to see.
Mhm.
Because like, he's the evil.
Wait.
Makes
You just
sense.
reminded me too.
Huh.
How old is she? Because like when isn't
Okay,
Richard around Nova's age? I mean,
let me
Marvel's
explain.
age?
Let me explain the gist of Phyla and Genusville. So basically, I don't remember her name, but Marvel's lady love right before he died took a little bit of his genetic
Pervert.
yeah, like a little bit of his genetics and then made two test tube babies, and those test tube babies became genus Phyla.
Secret. That's not tasteful gooning at all.
That's not tasteful gooning at all. That's creepy as hell. Like, I don't even know if Marvel consented to that or not. If he did, then it would be a little less weird, but it's still kind of weird.
Gotcha.
But here we are.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's kind of weird how fucked up the actual Marvel lore is. Like the Marvel, all that lore is together.
And funny enough, the only child that was actually fully conceived was Teddy, and he was probably like an egg baby. Like he was like probably popped out of an egg.
wow.
Yeah, but if the mom's a squirrel,
mammals. They aren't mammals.
yeah, if the mom's a squirrel, it came out as the egg. We saw that chicken Panther 4 leg.
Exactly. I don't. It's weird, but I'm not here to judge their reproductive system.
I judge fucking weirdos.
Alien biology audience.
Hey, at least they aren't bird.
All I'm saying is, don't forget, it is you right now. If you have sex with a woman, and you take her to the doctor, and she gives birth to an egg, you might have to shoot her immediately. I'm just saying because honestly, she has lied to you the whole time you've been together, and that's a whole can of worms for there. Because that's like 19 different charges.
Yeah,
it's weird as hell, Bestie.
If you know, then sure, whatever. But if you didn't know, I don't know, bro. You might have to go to jail that day.
Gotcha.
Right, let's go back to the chameleon thing.
Yeah, go to the splice creature.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, now Austin properly announced this one.
Chameleon wants to be the villain of Spider-Man 4. And just the idea that Peter sacrificed everybody who knows him, like everything about his life. And then this guy comes around, he's still like, I want to be Spider-Man. It's insane to me, bro. That's really fucked up. Like, I love the idea of this movie. I just don't know how he'll pull it off.
Hey, man, like he's a villain, man.
I hope Chameleon.
Of course,
I hope Chameleon is like he is in. I hope Chameleon's like he is in that Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because he was funny. And like the 5 seconds he was in that show, he was funny as fuck.
I don't think they will, only because this is gonna be his first appearance ever outside of. This is my first appearance ever. Yeah.
No.
Hey Jake, I have a question for you. In Spidey and His Amazing Friends, did we see Chameleon in that game?
No.
In that show?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Okay, well we should have. I think that would have been funny.
Mm-hmm.
But if people don't know, this is Spider-Man's first ever
orange juice.
Why are you letting the Rhino be a bully to us?
Peter, were you walking during nap time? You fucking idiot.
That's
anyone who doesn't know, this is Spider-Man's first ever villain, and he's gonna be he's what is gonna be like the 10th one adapted?
Hey, Austin, at least one of the villains he's gonna be fighting. Come on, there's no way he's the final boss villain. You know,
he can be.
If he's a Skrull, they could do the thing from Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, even if he's not a Skrull, Chameleon, his threat is never really been physical. Peter's gonna have to outsmart him. It's not gonna be about that. It's gonna be a different type of grounded film.
Which is great because Peter is usually a smart person when it comes to fights. So having a villain that could actually match him in smarts for a change would be, kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like the Flash fighting the Thinker and stuff for the first time.
Okay, Tony is saying Chameleon looks like he licks windows for a living.
I need Chameleon to turn into Aunt May just to fuck with Peter. Imagine Peter
You know
comes
who
on
it
up,
is.
made just there. And he's like, I hear it, bro.
That spell didn't work on me. I didn't forget you, Peter.
Yeah, but now, like going about this, I think I already know what's going to happen. The stipulations that are going to happen to have this happen. Like, if something happens during the incursions, Doctor Doom and the Avengers and all that stuff, and you have like this Chameleon squeaking on by to the MCU.
I
That's how
doubt
you.
it.
Mhm.
I think
Well, what
that's
are
doing too much for a ground of film. Just have a guy like, well, no, I'm going to do crimes and frame Spider-Man for it.
This is the
I want it to be
trade-off,
like,
Austin. This is the trade-off, Austin. You trade off Vulture in the MCU, and then they bring in Chameleon into the MCU.
I want Chameleon to just be a super fan. I would be like, no, I want to be you. Like, I want to be the best version of you.
I'm
You
just saying,
inspire
I
me.
doubt it because
like-
for regular people, they'll still think he's just a fucking murderer.
This still looks like the masculine version of the creature from Splice. I'm sorry, every time I see it.
Well, apparently,
You
it's
can't
probably
unsee
might
that
even-
now. Yeah.
I don't even know if they think he's a murderer. I don't think they think he's anything because apparently Daredevil has more of an influence than him. So I don't know.
They
Well-
think Spider-Man's a murderer, a murder vigilante. Kingpin actually said Spider-Man without giving his speech.
They said he was a murderer vigilante. I'm not
He
sure.
actually said we don't need these killing spiders or some men with spiders on their chest or something.
Yeah.
But from people's point of view, Spider-Man was saving people and he killed this guy named Mysterio. That's all they know.
Right.
So I don't think he'll be a super fan, but I think he'll be like, well, when Spider-Man's doing crime, I'm just going to look like Spider-Man and do crime.
Fuck the New York MCUers though. Fuck the New York MCUers though, because in Raimi's universe, Spider-Man leaves fights with like dead villains and no one gives him shit for it, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, to be fair, no. To be fair, they do not know that outside the news. Like they have no actual proof he did that. Okay, like think about this. He dropped Norman off his house. They're not gonna say they never actually said the news Spider-Man killed him. That was just Peter Perry saying you killed my father. He saw him. Doc Ock drowned himself, and then Sandman flew away.
No, listen, but No Way Home, they were like I think if I remember correctly, Ock goes to, he's like, oh Norman, like didn't you die in that fight with Spider-Man? Like, didn't that what happened? That's what everybody kept saying. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like
No. Doc
No.
knew that Norman died in the fight with Spider-Man because he worked at Oscorp.
Yeah.
So he knew he was Green Goblin and shit.
Yes,
he
that
made
he applied to do. Yeah.
He made an educated guess,
Uneducated guy.
And Sandman said, "You all were just in the news as found dead."
Mm-hmm.
Jameson doesn't hate Spider-Man enough, bro. Because I
Want
would
to be fair,
that shit.
he probably did just say Spider-Man killed him. That is probably what he
I would have ran that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
but yeah, because his original arc is usually just becoming Spider-Man, doing crimes, becoming Peter, making all Peter close ties hate him, where you can't do in this one. So
I think he's like, I want to be.
Make him a squirrel, but I think you take away from Chameleon's ability. That'll be like making him like Mystique or something. Like just be Mystique at that point. But like the idea that this dude physically is so good, he just turns into anybody. I think it's a very unique thing for Chameleon because he's so old and no one else does that now.
I agree. It's just that Ultimate Spider-Man did it, the comic, so I just wanted to put that on the table. But I think you can do the fanboy angle because you could do like because you reminded me that people think Spider-Man's a killer. Maybe that's his thing. He's like, listen, Spider-Man, you can't kill these criminals alone, bro. Let me help you.
I want to be a fanboy Daredevil. And you're like, no, I want Daredevil to shine. So Spider-Man got to look.
Oh yeah, I gotta ruin your reputation so Fisk will arrest you specifically. And then
I told Daredevil threw bulls out that roof. I got a boner.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah.
I think people will be okay as long as it's not another Tony Stark related thing.
Yeah, that's a breath of fresh air. And I know,
bro.
I know we all had like our disappointments when it came to Kraven the Hunter movie, right? But I'll say at least Chameleon gave like some fresh vibrance to that movie. I still
If you look at his outfit right now, they still made his face look like the mask that he puts on before he put on another face. Even though he's just changing faces here. So he just looks stupid.
People
People don't know. Chameleon puts on a blank white mask that mutes his features, like folds his ears back and all that stuff, so he can make a face around that mask.
Mm-hmm. Almost like they added this in at the last minute, Austin. You know?
Yeah, I never know what crazy, bro.
Gotcha. But
I'll never forget how Sonny said these movies are not doing what we wanted, so we're not doing any more of these. I'm like, what? You wanted to do something? What the fuck are you talking about? You put no effort in these.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So Tom Hardy had a comment today where people asked him about, so we're hearing like reports of Spider-Man fight someone else, so we're not getting Spider-Man Venom crossover. Like, that used to be in talks, but not anymore. That's not happening. All this stuff, and all I heard people cheering in the background.
Excellent.
Funny you should mention that because I also heard an interview from what was the name of the guy who plays Vulture?
It's Michael Keaton.
What?
Michael Keaton.
Oh, Michael Keaton. Yeah. Like he was asked questions about like his cameo at Morbius. Like, what does this mean going forward? And he's like, that was just weird. They just asked me to come and do this. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where this was leading up.
It makes sense.
Yeah, they just wanted me to film these scenes.
To be fair, they could have saved it because Sony also made the scene in Spider-Verse 2 where they were saying, all this stuff is going out. People were getting displaced. So it's our job to put them back. So they could have used that to explain the Vulture situation, but they decided not to.
Yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, this is what it is.
Vulture's in a cage is like, this was a weird day for me, bro. I don't know how I got it.
Oh, man. So, alrighty. Guys, have any final thoughts before we move on?
Nope.
No. He looks cool as hell.
So Daredevil also had a nod to Miles Morales when they brought up his dad, Officer Morales. So with that tying into the MCU already hinting at Miles, do you think we're going to see a young Miles in this movie?
Well, we already
I
got
don't mean like him getting power stuff, but just like actual Miles Morales is here, confirmation.
Gotcha. Well, we also got a hint of Miles from his uncle in Homecoming too. So yeah, he's coming one of these days, audience. We will see Miles in the MCU at some point. So yeah. But all right then. I guess with that we should move on, guys. So all right, let's move on to the next topic. Which go ahead.
After over a decade, Nintendo gives us what we want. We have the next installation of Tomadachi Life, aka Living the Dream. I'm super fucking hyped. I was not expecting Tomadachi Life to be out anytime soon. Obviously, we've had, like Miitopia and stuff like that. But no, we finally have Tomodachi Life specifically. And guess what now? Guess what, gays? We might actually be represented in this game. You gay people, are you ready for this shit? We finally get to marry our little me's in peace and not have to switch their genders. Yes.
How's this better than Animal Crossing?
They're both great. No complaints from either. Both great. But I'm assuming that I don't need to buy a DLC for Tomodachi Life.
You probably will. This is Monday.
Probably. But honestly, who knows? This looks very promising so far. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait another year because it comes out next year, 2026. So guess what? Gays and theys? You can't kill yourself yet. You have to live at least long enough to play Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I think this was the last thing that was shown.
Unalive yourself. God, we're on YouTube. Jesus.
No, this isn't TikTok. I don't care anymore. It's past the 30-second mark. I can yap all I want. Anyways, yeah, no offing yourself just yet. You got to play Tomodachi Life. That's an order. Just remember that. Gays and theys, Tomodachi Life. That's something to live for. I guess you could say we're living the dream.
I don't want to hear anybody crying about having to wait a year to play this game, because me and Jake have been waiting for 5 years to play a game that's been announced for 6 years.
And In our defense,
Also,
we have been waiting over a decade for another installment. So
also I've been waiting for like Mega Man, so like I know a drought, bro. I've been
waiting for a
Like,
new Castlevania game that isn't just a bunch of collections. But here we are.
like you seen that meme where that parent is holding your kid in the water, and you see one drowned in the background, a skeleton underwater. That's all of us right now.
That literally is all of us. We are the skeleton drowning on the chair. Yes. But
I'm happy y'all got y'all. I gave y'all excited for because I watched
we're
it.
getting a new Metroid game. I know we didn't talk. We're not talking about it, but we're getting.
That's what I was excited about, but I didn't think I was going to play it on time, so I didn't want to bring it up.
Fair enough, but hey, there's also another Disney villain game that isn't Twisted Wonderland that came to the Switch, so that's pretty cool. Pretty neato bonito. But yeah, I'm hyped. Apparently the Mii's have ears now, which is weird as hell. So yeah, I'm really hyped for this. We don't know anything about it besides the small visuals that we have, but it's coming to the Switch. I'm excited. We got to see an old man breakdancing. People are already making a bunch of memes, so better be hyped.
There's a giant me at one point. That's what I saw in the trailer.
You saw what in the trailer?
A giant me.
Oh yeah, I think that was like a dream sequence. But I'm really excited. I've been waiting too long for this. I can finally have gay people now. Literally, like, when people originally were like, "Hey, why aren't we allowed to have gay people in our game?" They were like, "Oh yeah, sorry. In the next installation of Tomadachi Life, we'll do it. We only had to wait like over a decade for it, but hey, better late than never, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, that's all. We don't have much information.
Gotcha. Oops, sorry, I was just out getting some ice cream. So, all right.
We heard.
Okay. Final thoughts before we move on, guys.
No.
All right.
We heard your loud ice cream scooping.
Jealous. So, all right, let's move on to the next one, audience.
Ew.
I know.
All new Venom is revealed to be Mary Jane before the issue came out.
False advertisement, audience. False advertisement. They gave us
if anyone read it, they tell you it's one of 4 people, but if you're actually paying attention, all signs point to Paul. In fact, it's so far not pointing to MJ, she actively brings up and reminds people how much she hates symbiotes. Because people don't know, symbiotes almost killed her and ruined her life multiple times. So no surprise, he doesn't like Venom.
Yep. Here she is.
The only other hint that could have even led to her was that we know that Venom, whoever Venom was, they were stuck together. But that could have easily just still been Paul. Everything she was quoting as Venom was shit Paul was saying. It felt like scripted. I was saving this because I didn't want to spread false information. Wasn't Hawkeye supposed to be Ronin before the Echo reveal? But we found out, so they changed it.
No, originally it was supposed to be Daredevil who was supposed to reveal to be Ronin.
Yeah, I kept thinking Hawkeye, but I just knew it wasn't Echo, and they changed it because we found out, and that's how this feels. But I doubt that what the case was. So as you can clearly see, Venom, when Venom gets on people, it usually forms to their body. Venom has no reason to have a man body right now.
I know. That's
and you can't say it's to keep Mary Jane hidden. Mary Jane has her own goddamn superpowers.
Yes.
Pretty OP, not gonna lie.
And her own superhero outfit. She has no reason to need 2 different versions of cover.
Like, I would hope that they give an explanation as to why the symbiote is not forming to her body, because like I just really hate that trope nowadays, audience.
It's not gonna be good. You know it's not gonna be good. It's just it's just so you can not tell it was Mary Jane. That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah, this whole thing started that whole Ronin thing from the Avengers, right? Like, and it's just been continuing on and on. Where I hate that trope where you have like basically a Macho Man sort of body, right? Or Macho Man Randy Savage sort of body. Then they pull off a twist at the end, saying, "Oh, it was never Macho Man. It was I don't know, somebody of a Jessica Alba sort of body type."
To be fair, that's why I always hated Venom after Eddie Brock left. The whole reason Venom was so buff is because Eddie Brock was buff as fuck.
Yes. Yep.
Once he left and got on Spider-Man, he was small again. And then they just said, "Oh, the Venom can just shapeshift his body in whatever shape he wants. It doesn't matter."
I mean, that's something. That's kind of something that made like someone like Cletus Cassidy kind of stand out because, like, he was muscular, but not like buff muscular. He had a slim muscular build when he was Carnage. So yeah.
Also,
Let's.
Todd McFarlane came out today. I was gonna mention this because I have another point to bring it out. He actually said the only reason Venom exists is just because he didn't want to keep drawing Black Suit Spider-Man.
Oh wow. Wow.
Also, we have to retire this line because it lost all meaning.
Face the tiger, you hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Well, now every time she says jackpot, we'll all be thinking about her time as the superhero jackpot, and nobody
Exactly.
likes it.
Like,
Nobody.
that line is ruined. It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have not.
I can't believe it took them this long to actively turn the audience against Mary Jane.
Yeah. The character says the MJ in the past couple of years audience. Like, I cannot find one person out there who actually likes her as Jackpot. I mean, unless you guys have seen any.
I haven't seen it. Everyone I saw hated it.
Spider-Man Twitter.
What was that, Witch?
Both of you two assume I'm on Spider-Man Twitter.
But no, well, I mean, just in your daily battle, have you seen anybody says, you know what, Jackpot, Mary Jane's Jackpot is awesome?
No, because no one's reading this book.
Exactly.
It's selling. People are reading this book.
Apparently, I'm not seeing it though.
I guess if it's a Venom book, it has to give some numbers, given how many Venom.
Well, to be fair, the whole thing was people thought it was going to be Luke Cage or Rick Jones. It was going to sell regardless.
Yeah, I mean, that's also another thing you have to bring up. Like, okay,
although they changed everything. Remember the whole reason it wasn't Luke Cage because Venom's head exploded, but her head doesn't even reach that. So like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, how?
Go ahead.
Another thing you have to bring up. Okay, so what's with the yellow colors of Venom here? Then what's that
Just
about?
being an asshole.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Why them change that shit to red in like a week or two, in like 2 issues?
I want Peter to go up to MJ and be like, "So how's it feel being a superhero with responsibilities to your family and also swinging around the city and having to fight bad guys all the time?" She got Paul, bro. She got a whole man with her, bro. And now she knows how it feels to be in the driver's seat. And
well, to be fair, if they're gonna do that, they should have been did that. It's already too late to do that now.
Yeah.
You got 2 different superpowers. All right. I just want apologies for every time you gave me shit.
No, because I know, yeah. And it's more at this point. It's too late for him to be like, so how did it feel? Because he should have been did that. But at this point, it's like, if we ever talk again and you complain about me being late somewhere, Spider-Man should punch you in the fucking face. Like, there's no like common courtesy between us anymore. There's no friendship between us anymore. If I hear any of those normie ass complaints you have after everything you've been through, you're going to be in my rogues gallery. I'm putting you right under Green Goblin.
Now, because I'm a respectful man, I need you to suit up before I do it. Like, put the
because I'm a respectful man, I'm going to go get Sue Storm to do it.
Right.
Oh my god.
I better not see you in an Avengers crossover. I better not see you in an X-Men team up. I better not see you nowhere on these streets.
Thing. That's going to be terrible. That you know it's Mary Jane. That's going to be terrible. because we know they're not going to write Venom as Mary Jane talking. It's still probably going to sound like Paul or someone else.
Yeah.
There's no point of her dialogue where it's like Venom's or hers talking.
Mm-hmm.
There might well be a whole different character, and then Mary Jane pops out sometimes.
Oh man!
The coolest thing this comic book did was turn Rick Jones into a sleeper.
Wow!
I don't like Rick Jones.
Wow!
You don't like anybody.
I don't like if the vibes are off. I'm probably not.
At least it sounds like they're doing stuff better with Rick Jones than they're doing with MJ at this point. So yeah,
Rick Jones getting a new power and stuff. That's why I brought it up, and that I tagged you in Hot Topics. Rick Jones is known for just getting random powers and stuff, so it fit him more than anybody to be Venom right now.
Gotcha.
But him being sleeper is fine. As long as they do something with him, I don't want to be one of those situations where he gets a power, he disappears for years, and they're like, "We don't have the power anymore."
Nah, they'll just say he has it in a book bag. Hey, that's what happened
But
when. That's what happened in that Pleasant Hill event, man. Rick
I
Jones
forgot
just
about
had
that.
like, yeah, Rick Jones just had like a bag full of like some useful items he's gotten over his career in the superhero world. You know.
My biggest problem with this book, like I said, if it was Paul, I know people would hated it, but I think it would did a lot for Paul's character.
Hmm.
Like or hate Paul, this would have at least been interesting for him. This is not. But I think the worst thing it does is teases ideas they know fans wanted more. And then when we finally get those ideas one day, fans aren't going to care as much. Luke Cage is Venom because he needed an identity, like he still do hero stuff while being the mayor, would
Yeah.
have been perfect. Rick
Yeah.
Jones being Venom and trying to go take it back down a hero route while Eddie Brock is being Carnage would have been interesting too.
It's
Madam
fits with his
Mad being
character.
Venom, well, at least did something for her character because she
Yeah.
hasn't done shit in years.
And you could justify the yellow stripes trailing back to her mask. There's already in her color
I don't even
scheme.
remember who the last person was supposed to be.
Robbie Tomlinson from Daily Bugle.
I never had any faith it was going to be him, so I guess it did not matter to me.
Oh well.
But at least I guess him becoming Venom to go over avenge his son could have been interesting too.
Yeah.
It being MJ, who already has superpowers, does nothing for her except for spit in her history of not liking symbiotes.
I just want to see the awkward scene if Peter and MJ ever do get back together and MJ's going to kiss Peter.
I want
in her
Venom like
dentist
this to bend down and kiss Peter dead on the mouth.
office.
The only way they could get back together is if MJ hits rock bottom from her superhero life and Peter's there to pick her up. That's like the only way you could do it.
Nah. She got to crawl her way back up. She got to beg for that one. I don't want Peter to have no hands up. I'm going to look at her from the top of that mountain and be like, if you make it back up here, we can talk about it.
Yeah. And let's also keep this in mind. We all know Marvel is devious enough to have Paul be the one to break up with Mary Jane once they eventually do split. So you're going to...
At this point, I'm fine with Paul. I'm not even going to lie. I honestly don't care anymore. But we get every time we get more writers and writers just confessing that they don't want Peter to date someone. They don't want Peter to be married. All that stuff. They just don't fucking tease it and do it. You know what I mean? I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna put any stake in it.
Mm-hmm.
She can be whatever the fuck she wants. She can go be the town bot for all I care for this point. She can actually sleep with Norman. I'll be like, you know what? 10 out of 10.
Oh goddamn.
Because at this point, none of it matters. Because they're not gonna be together. She can be her own character, give it up to whoever she wants, date whoever she wants. This is not Peter Lois Lane, and she never will be.
Mm-hmm.
They made that perfectly clear.
I don't know. Why? I don't know. We just hate you. Fuck you.
Peter has more chemistry with Catwoman and random women he meets inside the books.
You mean
than Mary Jane right now?
Black Cat, yeah.
No. I said Catwoman because of old crossover.
Okay.
From the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
That's how deep cut I am. Because everything they've done in the last 5 years, just fucked over everything about Mary Jane that people like.
When the last line of an arc was that we could do anything as long as we're together. Next arc,
and the next issue they just aren't together.
What do you want me to say? Like, what do you want me to root for?
They did that, and to be fair, her reason for moving on was fine. And then he introduced Paul as a way to try to get people not to hate MJ, but to hate this guy. But it did not matter because the writing was around that was already terrible. And you made us wait. One of like 20 issues before we find out what happened.
I'll
that shit was so long. That was most of the year.
I'll still never forget that moment between MJ and Peter in the hospital after MJ came back and she's like looking at Peter saying, I know none of this was your fault and you did everything you could to bring me back, but I can't leave them. Wow.
And then she lost the kids. I still can't leave them.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Peter just stands up and walks out of the hospital. Doesn't say anything. Because
that's my villain story right there, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because for her point of view, she raised these kids with this other dude, and it would be kind of fucked up to leave. But
What happens in the island stays in the island. That
that was an island. That was literally her life.
For 5 years, dude. For 5 years.
5 years is a long fucking time. That's technically long as
5 years to raise a kid. 5 years to raise a kid is a long time, bro.
No. Peter.
And Peter is 24. They have not been together for that long.
Nah, he's 28.
I think it's because people get angry at the wrong thing. People get angry at the wrong thing. It's the writing that's the problem. It's not her explanation is fine. It's the writing is clearly forced to make it work. That's really the only issue is. But that's the real issue here. But
yeah. So well, it is what it is. Audience, does this make you want to pick up the all new Venom book? I gotta ask that. At the end of the day, is this gonna bring up sales? For all you,
honestly, Venom probably will get a steep drop off. Yeah. And it just would be like the red. Then after a while, the regular Venom readers will come back because it's Venom, and it's the only book you get them in.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, audience is what it is. It's not going to be the first time we get screwed over from MJ in here. So, yeah. All right, then. Guys, we'll move on.
Wait. You just made me remember. Because now he's with Shay again. And it's like, we know Shay's going to fall apart. I'll get to it later.
We're going to get that. Yeah, we're going to get that out later. Hold on a second. I want to read what Tony's saying. I need a comic series with Mary Jane and Captain Carter.
Hell no, Tony. Hell no.
So random with Captain Carter.
No, he's only saying that because those are the two Marvel women right now that people seem to hate.
Yeah. Okay. Agent
Carter for What If. Captain Carter for What If.
Gotcha. Agent Carter, though, different case. She's awesome. So, all right, with that. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the next topic, audience.
Oh, I got it.
Jay, do you want to do this, or did us go back to Spider-Man? Or do you want to get Spider-Man out of the way to just end it with this?
No, let me just do this. All right. It is Pokemon Horizon Season 2, which I have finished Part 1. Because I am only watching the English dub, because fuck you, I like Freed's voice. That's the only reason I watch it. I'm actually Freed, the Pokemon professor. That's Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones professor, basically. Yeah, so like because I am only checking it on the English dub, I finished a lot sooner than I thought. I was actually going to come back when I actually finished the whole series till the time skip, but no. Anyway, so for those of you who don't remember, this story stars Liko, Dot, and Roy as they go on a cross-country journey. As they go on a cross-country, across the world journey for the shiny black Rayquaza. But their journey had to hit a temporary pause because they had to go train in Paldea. Yes. Train in Paldea to learn the secrets of terrestrialization, which is a new Pokemon mechanic that Austin hates because it looks fucking stupid. I agree, though. It does
Wait, it literally just crystals going on their body, and for some reason they get a chandelier in their fucking head.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, in order for this... I did this because you'll see why I did this later. Anyway, so in order for them to get terrestrialization, they have to go to a school. That's why they're in school outfits, and like in the Scarlet and Violet game. Apparently, this whole season is based off of Scarlet and Violet. I found that out later. I never played Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
No. So but yeah, so this season, so unlike the first season was very much like the kids go on adventures and learn about the worlds. It was a far departure from where Ash and his journeys were. This season is more of a mix of season 1 and the classic Ash adventures. In terms of like, now we have gym battles. Now we have like the Elite Four are back, and now we're dealing with the champions, but that's not in this season. That's way later. I have my problems with this part of the season, and it's really because in the first part of the series, season 1, was like the characters progressed at a rate that was reasonable. Like Liko, Roy, and Dot mainly Liko and Roy have no battle experience, so they kind of just suck ass. But every time they got into something, they were training off screen, or you could see them training in the middle of their training, whatever. And anytime like they got better in a fight, like you felt it. Like it was like, ooh, maybe they didn't win, but they just made an incremental improvement over the last time they were there, and you noticed it. Season 2, and I hear it gets way worse. For people who've seen the season, I know about later. Season 2's philosophy is that these battles are about character development over like where the characters are, and that can get really annoying at times. It wasn't bad at first. The first time we ever have like a eyebrow raising moment is when the Liko, Dot, and Roy have to begin their training by fighting the Elite Four. Yes, they just come to Paldea. Now it's time to fight the Elite Four. Okay. But these battles are kind of given on a crutch. Your battles with the Elite Four will be done by a gym leader that you were cool with, basically. So you have to be already chill with the gym leader, and the gym leader will team up with you, and you have to only defeat one of the Elite Four's Pokemon. And if I remember correctly, I think between all three of them, Liko, Dot, and Roy all fail to. No. Dot beats hers, but it was heavily carried by the gym leader. Roy loses, and I think Liko comes close, but she loses, basically. I was like, okay, that's pretty much fine.
No bonus, she lost.
No. She came closer than Roy. That's
I think she lost.
Okay, she lost. Whatever. Anyway, so later they have to go fight gym leaders. These are gym leaders, like, they bonded and friendly. They can't get terrestrial. If they don't pass this test, they cannot terrestrialize outside of tournaments. They need this ability so they can take it out into the world and fight shiny requests and all that. So in order to be able to take it away from the school, they need to be able to pass the test. That's like the thing. And so Dot goes first. Her gym battle is mainly about, like, the story behind it is that she needs to learn to improvise and not just rely on the plan she came up with, essentially. Roy's plan, Mickey Mouse here. Roy's episode is the one where I'm like, doesn't make any sense. Roy fights a gym leader named Rhyme. Coincidentally, she's black, and I'm only bringing this up because she raps and she gets Roy to rap, and he's the only black protagonist here. I just want to bring that up. I think that's a bit weird, but whatever. And so
she is in the game.
Roy,
I feel like I need to preface that to anyone who didn't know that.
She is in the game. All these people are in the games. Yeah, these are game characters. Yes. Besides other than Liko, Dot, and Roy. Yeah. And so Roy loses to this gym leader. Like, he beats one of her Pokemon, which is just ass, and the other one she just like flat out gets destroyed with.
And not ass is our second strongest. He just hated.
Yeah, but it was an ass. It's an ass Pokemon. It was a terrible.
It's really not.
It lost to a Flake Coco.
Yeah, because Flake Coco knows flamethrower. We just didn't know.
What I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Okay, listen. We're on the same page here. Anyway, so basically, Roy loses to a gym leader, and the gym leader says, like, all right, well, you could try again tomorrow. Keep in mind, this gym leader said you can try again tomorrow, which is crazy for later reasons. Roy trains for a fucking day, comes back in the 9th hour, and just obliterates this gym leader's Pokemon. It is like, this Pokemon doesn't evolve. It doesn't do anything.
Lie to you. The whole point of Roy's thing was he was so focused on why he sings. He was focused on why he sings and why he connects with Fumoko. But he didn't understand the full necessity of what it means to him.
Right. Which is
what he learned.
The character. Which is the character development aspect of it. It is good for Roy's character. I don't think he should be that much more talented than the gym leader that he was fighting. That's where I'm drawing the line.
He's like just a hater. Don't get me wrong. All right. As a Roy fan here, I'll have you know, once he locked in, he realized along as him and Fumoko are singing the same song together, they are both in sync and they know what they're both doing and what they need to do. They can pretty much beat most people. That was the whole thing. While his first song was terrible and it was and he used to repeat the same stuff, so it's predictable. And now they're in sync, so they beat the gym leader.
Which is the
He's mad because they're the first person to do it, because Dot failed.
No, but listen. This is where I'm like, because I'm like, well, yeah, I was back because I also am a Roy hater. Let me specify that I do think Roy is a bit.
They can tell by the stupid ass Mickey Mouse photo.
He's a Mickey Mouse. I just gotta say, he's a Mickey
He's
Mouse.
literally not, bro.
But,
He's a
Jake, it sounds like you hate him as much as I hate Miguel from Cobra Kai, man. That's what it sounded like.
There you go.
Okay.
Listen, my issue with it is, man, but even if I get rid of the Roy hate, I don't mind that lesson. My problem is that like it comes at the expense of like where he was before. And keep in mind, in season 2, the kids don't train as much. In season 1, they made an effort to show you that off screen or like in the start of episodes, sometimes Laqua and Roy were training their Pokemon. They were training them different moves and everything. In season 2, we go from episode to episode. These kids don't train. They really don't. Like they just kind of go. So by the first time Dot battles a gym leader, Roy has not trained with his Pokemon at all. And you see that journey all the way up to the gym leader battle. And then when he gets to the gym leader, after training a day, he's already better than her. That's why I'm like, okay, at some point, this is just kind of silly.
Bro, he was better than 2 Pokemon, okay? He didn't play a role got him.
That's kind of silly.
He didn't win a gym badge. He beat 2 Pokemon.
No, he did, because that was the point. Like, if you pass the test, you get a gym badge. That's
no. My point is, he didn't like face a full power gym leader. Then you got a Mickey Mouse ring, and then you're back, and no one else got one.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Laqua goes next, and this is where I'm like, fuck you. Because Laqua fights this guy named Grusha. Now, Grusha was impressed with Laqua after her Elite Four debut because Laqua showed.
Is that the femboy?
Yeah, that's the ice guy, yeah. So it's a grass type versus ice type. Yeah. So Grusha fights Laqua.
Oh, she's dumb.
And Laqua does something. She does some things. Like there was a time where like there was a Pokemon he had that like had this ability where he was shooting like a big beam out of his mouth. So Laqua just did leafage inside the Pokemon's mouth, so it couldn't fight anymore. And like he just so he stopped Grusha.
You hear him hyping up Laqua because that's his favorite, but he didn't tell you how Roy was going literally ultra instinct on the gym.
Roy was blitzing, bro. I was so heated, bro. Listen, you guys remember the scene in Far From Home where Mysterio was just yelling at the drones to hit Spiderman? That was me. I was like, just hit him.
There is one thing I will criticize about Roy, because I'm not glazing Roy. Okay, I'm not gonna put him down for getting W. For some reason, flame charge does not work anymore. So if you know anything about the flame charge move, anytime you do it, you become faster, and it only stacks. So you do it 5 times, you're that much faster. It's like a big deal move. Mm-hmm. It works for everybody but Roy.
Wow.
Laqua fights Grusha, and Laqua does pretty decent, but she loses in the end. And then like so when she loses, she's like upset about it. And then the others go like, well, Laqua, I mean, the other battles, like, Dot lost, but she got some pass because she tried. And Grusha comes up to her, she's like, so you fail, by the way. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, I don't care that you tried, you didn't win. So fuck you. You don't win. Bye. And that's it. Like
that's fair.
Laqua just, and by the way, no, I'm not even hearing about that. It's just that Roy got a second chance and Laqua did. I said, fuck off. Fuck you.
Different gym leaders have different standards. That's completely fair.
But I'm heated about it.
No,
bro.
I think Grusha is a later level thing.
No. So Grusha is the 8th gym leader, and the person that Roy fought is the 6th.
She got the hardest one. Had a type disadvantage. Which, to be fair, the type disadvantage kind of is her fault.
That's her own fault.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, I'll give you that.
These 3 are the worst gym. These 3 have big goals, but they're the worst trainers of all time. They refuse to actually train Pokemon. They all have less than 3. That's how bad it is.
No, it's true.
They have 3 or less. Or if they have more than 3, most of them don't fight.
So
it doesn't fucking matter.
No, I agree.
This Roy over there, pull up the Mickey Mouse picture. I'll pull up the time. Bring it up.
Okay.
This nigga here wants to befriend the Black Mega Rayquaza, and he refused to train his second fucking Pokemon. He has 2. You'll never see that second one in his life.
That's true. You'll see it like maybe once every 15 episodes.
And his main one still hasn't evolved. But for some reason, it knows level 6 and level 3 evolution moves. This little thing there knows Flamethrower, which Charizard doesn't even learn until after he's been Charizard for a long time.
Okay.
So
the BS is strong with this Pokemon.
But the point of Leakos was like, if I put my hating goggles, if I take off my hating goggles, close them up, put them away. Leako's arc's actually pretty solid. I actually ain't mad at it. I'm just frustrated that Roy won and Leako didn't, really. Because her arc is like, Dots is about improvisation. Roy's is about like being in sync and not being straightforward. Leako's about like, what if you just fail? Like, how do you recover from just failing and you can't pick yourself back up? Like, the door is closed. And I do like the lesson that she learns is like, she's okay with it. Like, it takes her a bit.
It actually pushes her a lot ahead of Roy and them in the future. Because she can't use that bullshit and still have to get by. I mean, she has to rely more on her creativity, which she already does.
Well, they give her the Mickey Mouse thing later, but so I'm just saying, like, at the moment, like for the next 4 or 5 episodes, as far as you were aware, Leako was not getting that shit. So, because it goes, they drag it out for a while. Like, by the time she gets back, it's 4 episodes, and by the time she gets back to the school, she's like, I guess I fail. I guess I'm not getting it back. Like, and they drag this out for like till like the final like draw, and but yeah, and I did like that idea that Laqua was willing. She was like, okay, well, listen, I'm not getting terrestrialization. I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm willing to find another way forward. And I thought that was pretty cool. The reason she got it, though, was because the Explorers, who actually did turn up this arc, I did actually like that we did wrap up a couple things. The Explorers earlier,
bro. We're not getting hyped over the Explorers.
I know. But I'm sure it sounds cooler in
Team
Japanese.
Rocket, Team Galactic. Who are you? We're the Explorers.
We're the tough guys. But when before the arc started, Leako and Roy were fighting Spice and what the other one's name? I forgot that. They had 2. They made up code names on accident, and that it was like
Spice and Sugar. God damn it!
Spice and Sugar. Yeah. So that was their code names because they were infiltrating the school. Before this started, Leako and Roy fought them, but they couldn't beat them. Like, they didn't even come close. They do get a rematch with them again. Roy actually doesn't do well the second time they fight. But like the third time out of nowhere. The third time Roy fights his girl, I should say. He does actually flat out win, and Leako flat out win. So I did appreciate that. They did show how strong they get, even though they didn't really train this season that well or whatever. Another thing I like too was
stats in the one Pokemon. You don't care about the rest.
They're like me. When I play Diamond.
That's how it is in the game, man. You gotta do that.
No, it's not. Y'all are terrible trainers.
I was a terrible trainer.
Y'all are the people that go to the Elite Four. And it's like, damn, bro, I got my level 100 main Pokemon and level 30 rest of them, and I'm gonna win.
That's what the XP
I'm not gonna lie to you. In Diamond, I kept losing to Cynthia because I had a level 100 Staraptor, a level 82 Prinplup, and then it was like everything else. It was like everything.
Why did everyone have a problem with Cynthia but me?
Because I didn't train my Pokemon.
Playing Pokemon Black and White, and I beat a higher level gym leader with a Seismitoad and a Yamask. Just those 2 Pokemon. Yeah. See, I'm baller like that.
I think the only duel I ever had problem with was fucking Red. And only because I wasn't expecting to battle him at the top of this fucking mountain. Sure. And then, like, yeah, I could battle him. All the home, but at low health. Then they got level 70 Pikachu and shit. Like, what the fuck? Why are you here?
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? But yeah, so Leako gets the terrestrialization pass because she beat her bad guy. And Grusha saw it, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Leako. I wasn't familiar with your game." All right.
Then Roy should have got like $500.
Yeah.
And we're just handing out great rewards for beating Team Explorer.
But I did like. There was also another episode I really did like. I did like Leako versus Amethio. This was a fight I didn't think was coming. Amethio is actually Freed's arch rival, and Leako stood like no chance. They weren't even in the same tax bracket. Okay. Leako this time, she doesn't win, but again, she's holding her own to the point of Amethio's like, oh shit, like you actually know how to fight now. Okay, cool. It's like, anyway, terrestrialization, bitch. And because Leako couldn't terrestrialize at the time, that's where she was kind of freezing up. She was getting scared, but she was holding her own as best she could, but she was just getting dog walked. We did have a cool episode where they were stuck in a cave together, and Leako and Amethio do bond over the fact that they both kind of have the similar backstories. Like Leako's doing this for her grandma's legacy, and Amethio's doing this for his grandpa's like he's a villain for his grandma's sake.
Who the fuck is her grandma?
Her grandma was a famous explorer. She was the one who found the pendant that started the journey and everything. So
they be doing everything but making people you already fucking know.
I know. No, you met the grandma. We saw the grandma earlier in the story, so we better.
No, I just like in general, like other Pokemon stuff.
Oh yeah. But Amethio is interesting too because we found out that like not only was his grandpa like evil, and his grandpa is like I think the leader of the explorers, but his dad defected, and so Amethio is shamed. Like he's already like on that Zuko shit basically, and he's got to get his honor back, bro. That's what he's trying to get his honor back with his family.
Yeah, so he challenged a 10-year-old little girl.
Well, he needs Liko Taropagos. He doesn't give a shit about her, but she has the Taropagos, so he needs
Man, you
like,
go catch one. I'm sick of these pussy ass people, bro.
No. It's the only one in existence that exists.
They always say that, and then there ends up being more. Look at Mewtwo. There's a male one and a female one now.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, but I did like this too, because I also like too that the explorers do not like Amethio. Like Amethio's grandfather wants him to succeed, but the other explorers are like, nah, fuck that kid, bro. And they orchestrate this whole plan just to hoe Amethio, bro, just to really ruin his life. It's kind of like he comes back to the base and they go like, oh, Amethio, like they literally gaslight him. They started this whole plan. They were all there. They know what happened. They're like, oh, Amethio, you were working with the enemy. What? Yeah, you were working with Liko. I saw you. You guys worked together to get out the cave. That was you. And he's like, no, that's not what happened. Like, I was chasing that guy.
Man, I had to get out the cave. Shut your stupid ass up. Who cares?
So we saw
you rather stay there and die.
Well, I mean, at least come out with the Taropagos, but you let the Taropagos go because you're working with the Voltaggers.
No, when I blew a hole in the fucking wall, she ran away.
Well, he tries to explain that, and then they're like, "Nah, we saw it."
If you saw that, I mean, you could have stopped her, punk. Why are you doing it?
Yeah. Well, they have it on video. No, so they got a video of it, but they weren't there because they were busy fighting the other people, and they know he didn't do that, but they're trying to get him out of the equation because they don't like him, basically. So, and the grandpa's like,
"Where's the Pokemon version of the Punisher, bro?"
Yeah.
so they look at Amethio. They're like, Amethio, get the fuck out. You disgrace me like your father did. Get the fuck out of the
Oof, not the disgraced father.
Yeah. But yeah. So I thought that plot was.
You about to be this man's Uncle Iroh.
I gotta teach you to be better. I gotta teach these kids, bro. Okay. But the arc ends the only way it could have. Roy versus Liko, the rematch of the century, because every time Roy fights Liko, he loses or Liko gives him the win, because that happened the last time they fought. Like basically she just let him win at some point. But
let's go.
But and so they actually have an honest to God fight because this is how they're gonna graduate. They have to graduate. It doesn't matter who wins or who loses. This is just for fun. And I actually did like this fight. Shout out to how it went down, because I do like that the whole moral of the story is that Liko and Roy realize that like we've gotten a lot stronger because we've been together and we've trained together. And I actually like training with you. Like I don't care who wins. I just like fighting with you. And that I thought that was like pretty tough. I was like, damn, bro, that's touching. That's deep. That's deep shit. But ultimately, put the music on, bro.
You better like play with me.
But put the music on because Mickey Mouse Roy got the dub. Whatever. But Roy wins. But it's okay because now Liko, Dot, and Roy are stronger than ever, and they are capable of taking on.
Now Roy's the leader of the goddamn team.
But now they can take on the
in front.
Yes, this is now they can take on the explorers together. I think everybody up to half. They're like halfway to the top bracket of the explorers. So, but yeah, what's up?
You see this photo that Dick got up?
Yeah.
How don't you know only 4 of those Pokemon fight?
Wow.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
And on a good day, 7 of them fight.
Well, the expression is you gotta catch them all, but it's not you gotta see them all fight, you know?
You see the little turtle thing? That's the worst thing that ever exists in life.
No, I hate Taropagos. Nah, bro. All my families say Taropagos, bro. But no, they fight. They just get their asses whooped quickly. Like the Quattro, the little flying yellow bird thing, got its ass whooped like in one hit. It was very disappointing. It evolved too.
You see that thing between Roy and Liko? The little pink thing. I want you to know that technically will be the strongest Pokemon here, and they actually didn't do anything.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow.
It'd be 3 final evolution annihilates. No problem. But you put in a real duel against anybody else, it'll lose.
For sure.
This is definitely not my generation of Pokemon here, audience. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I still enjoy season 2, but I think it's getting away from
Why
like at
do
least the
Pokeballs look like that?
because that's the one Roy has is the one they catch legendaries with, and the one that Liko has is for Terapagos, I believe. Oh no, that's a terrestrialization orb. My bad. That's the terrestrialization orb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think season 2 I enjoy. I think it's losing the nuances of what I liked in season 1. I like the adventure aspect of the show more. I thought the gym leader stuff was like cool, but because again, I don't see them train episode to episode. I don't believe Roy won that fight. Like I can believe that he has the character to do it. I don't believe he won it with what he gave me up until that
catch him standing, he has to stand tall.
I can believe that Liko and Roy have gotten strong enough to fight the explorers on their own without Freed's help. I buy that. I don't buy them beating or coming close to beating gym leaders. As much as I like Liko too, she should have really gotten one-shotted. I think when she's fighting like Grusha, I think honestly, because he's like the 8th gym leader. You know what I mean? But like, it is what it is. I know there's gonna be.
I tell you, I'm looking at this photo again. The 3 Pokemon all the way to the left. That's disgusting.
On the left? Oh, you mean the little mice?
Oh, apparently those things right here.
No,
the 4 mice.
Like a final evolution. They just fucking created family.
Fun fact: the 4 mice over there is all one Pokemon.
It's all one Pokemon.
It's all one.
I'm fine with that. I'm talking about that green thing, and then the thing under it, and then that thing peeking out the corner.
So the way that you evolve that little thing peeking out the corners, that you need to get a whole bunch of like these coins scattered around the map, and then you can evolve it into its final evolution.
Then it robs you. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck this Pokemon.
Oh yeah, we did see that. Yeah, it did. It robbed Roy. I forgot that episode where it tricked Roy into collecting all the coins for it and putting it in the fucking case. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, it's still
what's that demon thing that's black with big eyes?
Where?
That's Pokemon.
Oh, that over there. Yeah, that's Pokemon. I don't remember which one that was. But yeah, it's still an enjoyable show. I think I like season 1 more, but I get for a lot of people this is a return to form. This kind of a little bit. It's a mix of Ash, a mix of Horizons. It's its own thing. But I know later in the series, I've already seen it. I already know what's gonna happen. I'll save it for when I get there. Liko, Roy, and Dot are gonna get a win they really shouldn't have gotten. And I'm gonna have to. I don't know.
Shout out to Roy, bro, carrying the squad.
You know what's crazy? It wasn't even Roy. Liko carried it. It was a Liko win.
No. That's just you glazing. I'll know when I get there.
Okay. All right. I'll show you the fight when we get there. I'm waiting.
No. I know you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
He's like, I know you,
but yeah.
Jake.
But yeah, that said, go watch Pokemon Horizons. It's a great anime. It's the best story for any Pokemon anime so far. So what's up?
Before Jake leaves, I want you to look at this thing over here. So, Cryptid, they made a land version of the Tentacool, and I don't like it. It's that pink thing over
one
here.
over there. The pink thing, yeah.
The Tentacool.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically the land version stays in the forest and in valleys and stuff. And then in a bunch of them get together, they basically have an orgy in front of somebody, and if you see that orgy, you have good luck. That's not even a joke. We saw the episode.
Okay.
What it called, the love tornado or some shit? Actually, it was no.
It even has its own move. God dang. So, all right. Let's try making this a tasteful episode, audience. So,
no,
all right,
we're perverts. Remember, we're gooners.
Yeah, we're gooners respectfully.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Any final thoughts before we move on?
Listen, there will come a day where I'll be the Vegeta to Roy's Goku, but it's not today. He has to earn that. He hasn't earned it for me yet.
Gotcha. Now, okay, so I guess we should move on in the interest of time. Before we get to the last topic, we actually got some late breaking news. We actually got some breaking news, audience. We actually got the titles. It's actually just been announced the titles for next Spider-Man movies.
Oh, what is it?
What?
Okay, yep. It just happened. Let me bring it up. The next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie will be called Spider-Man Brand New Day.
You know, today is April Fool's, right?
Well, these are the announcements. And we also got...
It'll be April Fool's in a couple hours for me, but yeah, it's April Fool's, man.
But then we also got the release date of the next Into the Spider-Verse film, which will be on June 4th, 2027.
I'm still going to say this is a prank.
Okay. We'll see you in the next
Maybe
24
for a
hours,
brand new day,
guys.
it's not a bad title. It's just a bad comic. But it's I've been saying Frank stuff all day. I don't buy it.
I see some. It's from Marvel Entertainment. We already got some promotional arts for the next Beyond the Spider Verse film. Yeah, yeah.
Wait. So what this bullshit gonna be called? The new trilogy called the Day Trilogy or the Brand Trilogy or the New
We
Trilogy?
we used to bring them home, but now it's a brand new day.
Brand
Oh,
new day, new horizon,
they're
new
saving
life.
One last day, brand new day, one more day, one last day. There you go. Those are the
They're
three.
saving the New Day title for Miles, man. You all know that. So, all
No,
right.
when
I
Miles
just
gets movie
wanted
is gonna be called Ultimate Spider-Man.
to. Gotcha. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to y'all audience, late news audience. So,
I
all right.
don't believe it, audience. Believe me.
Okay. So, all right. I guess we can move on to the actual last topic of the night, audience. So,
Did you have the
Our
other
iPad's
photo?
at 25%. Let's
yes.
make this
Don't worry, wait,
count.
this is not gonna be that long.
Good.
So the whole point of this shitty run of Spider-Man, Doom made Spider-Man fight for the planet because he saw the future and he knew that Spider-Man struggling and surviving will somehow change Sidorek's mind about humanity and show this man hope, love, and all the other shit that
What the
happens day by
hell?
day. Because it's not about worrying about what happens tomorrow. I'm going to do this today, and that's going to be enough. Or I
Well,
think
I'm
it'll be good.
reading Avengers Academy, and that is such a contradiction. I don't know. I was like, come on, man.
It's something like it doesn't matter if I get gratitude today, it's enough for me or something like that. It was dumb. But Sidorak was like Spider-Man. No. So the female Sidorak daughter, she fell in love with Peter and gave her life so Peter can come back to life at the Juggernaut, as you see in this photo.
Oh wow.
This is the best photo we got of him.
Okay. Okay.
And he showed up. He beat the dog shit out of her brother, out of Sidorak, all that shit. And Sidorak said, "You know what? Because of you showing me what love is, hope, and all this other bullshit feeling, I'm going to protect the 616 Earth forever. Anything tries to
Oh,
invade here, they're going to have to fight me first."
You
I
said
want to
silence,
see them in
audience.
the
What
next.
the fuck was
I
that?
want to see them in the next event.
Well, no,
Why-
I rephrase that. He talking about the dimension, not the world.
The
He's not
dimension. Oh,
protecting
go.
Earth itself, but like if something trying to invade like your universe, he's gonna do something about it.
It sounds like they need to have a talk with with a team that's called something about the galaxy and that they guard it. You know, you might
No.
want
The
to talk to
guard the
them
galaxy
about
is not same as guarding our dimension. Okay, it's our
that.
mom who comes here. Cigarette's gonna like, yo, you go back home today. Okay,
Okay,
well, this ain't
question.
for you.
Okay, question, Sirac. What happens when the next alien invasion comes at Earth?
That's nothing
Exactly,
to do
or
with him.
am
Like
I
I
just
said,
come?
that's nothing to do with him.
Oh, okay. So it's only when the universe is in peril you actually
You
decide
know,
to
when
take
something is
action.
invading our universe, in a sense.
Okay,
So,
okay,
like, say, like, it's like the Dark Ones, or it's really like Doctor Strange bullshit.
okay.
So the Shuma Gorab comes back. He go, "Hey, calm down over there, little boy."
Gotcha. All right.
But
So now we have
with
3 juggernauts running around.
no,
Mhm.
Peter loses power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I was about to say, if we have
they can let him
3
keep it.
juggernauts, that's wild.
hmm
But the main things come out of this. Unlike Cryptic, I guess he didn't know. After Peter had that one night stand with Black Hat, they already said the next day that's all it was. We weren't gonna get back together.
Dude, I got mad at that because remember when Nick Lowe got all that shit from actual people at a convention about uh, everybody being unhappy of Peter and MJ not being together, but then Nick Lowe's response was, "Guys, look, we're having Peter going back together with Black Cat in the Eight Deaths." Like, wow, you wouldn't even let us have that, apparently.
Nope,
Wow.
Peter needed to pick me up, and she said, "You know what? I got it. Here's my vagina." And
Wow.
and then he ended up just getting back with Shay because fuck you, I guess.
Who the
But
hell is
the thing with
Shay?
Shay, I'm sure the writer wanted to keep Shay around because Shay is such an easy card to trigger. She is a therapist at Ravencroft Asylum, where most of Spider-Man villains go. Norman goes there. Carnage goes there. If they're insane, they usually go there.
You would think Peter more than anybody would need therapy. So why is she using all her skills for that and not Peter? You know?
No one wants their wife to be a therapist. And then they're going to pick apart everything you ever said.
Oh damn. Okay.
It's like
Okay.
dating a telepath. It's like, that was cool the first time you did it.
Mhm.
But the second time, that's how it pissed me off.
Okay. Continue
Is that why Scott keeps going after telepaths?
I think Scott has been on a telepath for so long, he doesn't know how to handle any other relationship.
Oh yeah.
Is that why he has to be in a throuple with Wolverine and Jean? He can't just be with one of them?
What? He can just be with Jean.
Yeah.
The throuple.
Alright.
I know, but Logan's
There's
also
more.
part of this throuple all the time.
No, fuck that throuple. I don't hate the throuple because they teased the idea. I hate it because the right before Krakoa happened, when Scott and Jean finally reconnected after that whole Nate Gray event where he sit there and went to a different world or created his own paradise, some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Wolverine and Jean and Emma Frost both agreed to stay out of their relationship and leave them alone. And you even get a panel of Scott and Jean walking past both of them, and both of them turning away and letting them have their moment and walking away. And the next book said, "Fuck that."
Through on that, and Havoc is with Madeline Pryor half the time, so we're slaying.
Yo, I'm proud of them. Fuck you, Wolverine. You're the worst third wheel as usual.
Just wait. 5 years later, it's going. 5 years later, it's going.
In the first
5 years.
Wait. Between
wait.
Jake loves that dumb shit. I hate that
I just
book.
want to say. Yeah, I just want to say 5 years later, you're going to have it be revealed that Cyclops and Emma Frost are still hooking up, but in the psychic plane.
No, they can't get away with that anymore.
Nah.
Jean's too powerful. No, Jean's too powerful to not notice.
They'll find a way.
But yeah, so he's back with Shay. Sidorak being the protector, what you want to say magically, for Marvel changed a lot of stuff about the status quo. I'm more interested in how this affects Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is also connected to Sidorak with the Christian bands of Sidorak.
Yeah.
So when Doctor Strange comes back, and Sidorak's still doing this, like I want to see Dormammu's response. I feel like all the big magic dolls are like, "What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. What the fuck is?"
You guys
and then we said, we have other juggernauts currently in the MCU. I want the MCU one in the Marvel comics. Kane Marco's been in the X-Men book, but this is like his first. This is their first time cutting back to like his Sidorak story. And Sidorak's story was he was supposed to be collecting all the stones of Sidorak.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that had anything to do with Justin, but like Kane Marco had got like 3 of them. It was like 7 or 8 of them. And he just never thought about it again. But that's like the first time he's talking about Sidorak since he's been around.
No. All right.
But look at his picture. Would you hug this man?
We all know we're going to get this character. This character is going to be his own version of Spider-Man.
Yeah. We're going to see him in Spider-Verse one day.
Mm-hmm.
But
anything is better than that. What was his name? Rick Rat?
Yeah, the Peter Parker backwards. Or Parker back. One of them, yeah.
His version of Bizarro.
But
if Sidorak stays with the status quo of being a quote unquote protector, then I need to see him reconcile with fucking Justin over here, because what the fuck was that bullshit?
No, we all know Sidorak is very homophobic, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Kane Marco doing then? He's like gay for Black Tom.
You always say that every week.
Because it's true.
It's in the subtext. Be friends.
It's in the subtext.
But my main thing is the other reason I want to talk about this, because we don't talk about Kane Marco a lot anyway. But when the Marvel DC crossover happens, we need Juggernaut to get the Speed Force. We need to see the unstoppable
That's
Juggernaut
fucking
with the
dangerous.
Speed Force.
Do not
I
get
will,
the Speed
I
Force.
will love, even if it's just one issue. I'll love to see it work. A man who can't stop once he's in motion with a goddamn Speed Force will be the craziest shit ever.
Hey, that's gonna be Marvel trying to counteract what DC did once when they made Deathstroke a speedster, like the deadliest speedster in the
Or it
world.
proves the fact that Sonic is faster than the Flash. Yes.
Well, there you go. Give him Sonic power set. I don't care. But get this man super speed. Give him Quicksilver power for like a one issue or something. Over. The strongest thing ever alive in Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So, but DC, get on that.
Yeah.
All right, let's end this shit, bro. It's 12:10. It's 12:40.
So yeah. 8th Death of Spider-Man wasn't worth an audience. Even
To be fair, it was better than Zeb Wells' run, but it's still not a good run. This doesn't insult you as much as Zeb Wells' run did.
All I know is
But,
Nick Lowe tried answering the critics by saying, "Hey, look, Peter and Black Cat are back together." Oh no, not really. So
and this book is also this writer is also going to be the main writer for Spider-Man from now on. So prepare for this same level of writing. But I'm hoping this will get him trying to put a story together because he thought he only had a few issues to do something. So I'm hoping his actual long-term book is good.
Gotcha. Well, it's only a bit better from here, audience. So, all right then. Thank you all for joining us, and
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. And
now this reminds me of